With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and show. The streams online and straight away begins to whine, but always fine as long as Shad's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran should have feeling so insecure. The money he earned on yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to go, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are slow machine. Snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if factory fun is shy or scant to see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before launching into a big pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and party life and all his strife of forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't actor as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not light. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, ladies and hey guys, this is Connecticut here. Welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Friday, the 2nd of December 2022. I have no idea what I was going to say in my head there, but just completely threw myself off course there with I completely forgot my usual intro. I almost said, hey guys, ladies and gentlemen, what the fuck? Anyway, hey guys, how you doing? Connecticut here, and this is DSP Bingo for Friday, the 2nd of December. I do hope you're all enjoying the start of your weekends. Obviously for some people it's literally just a start, early Friday morning, and for some people, it's early Saturday morning. Fucking time zones out there, wonderful fucking thing. Phil is not awake yet, it seems like. Phil's not online, he's not in his chat, nothing. We've not heard a peep from Phil, we've not had a tweet from Phil this morning. I pressed the wrong thing, pressed home, mistake. But you get what I'm saying though, this is on the Twitter page, and yeah, Phil is not tweeted. We don't know, he's running late, I guess. He's not bothered to alert his audience why he's running late. It's possible he slept in or something. So, yeah, who knows what the fuck's going on with Phil right now. Yeah, because Phil's running late, I guess. We don't know what we're going to do with the stream. I do have a couple of things in mind. Yeah, see, it's funny you say spiritual successor, and someone else mentioned it as well. I think it was Brad. Yeah, Brad said earlier on the spiritual successor of Centre Square today. Brad guessed completely correct. The Centre Square will be successor, because he will fucking say successor. Instead of successor, he will say successor. So we can pick our bingo card later on, with that criteria. We'll do it. We'll do it now. Fuck it, we'll just pick all this stuff now. We'll just fucking get it away now. I do have a couple of things in mind if Phil is actually running late indeed. I've got like a couple of old gem clips lined up, if, just to enjoy, from former Ask the King episodes where Phil's a wee bitch. So, yeah. But fuck it, we'll just spin the wheel now and we'll just pick a bingo card and get it all sorted right now. Dashi, I did watch that yesterday, JBL not being fully aware of the things he said while in commentary, like wanting Mark Henry put in chains. Yeah. He was like, that guy's a bad Santa, fucking lynch him. I was like, oh, hang on, fuck on, guy. Hold on, JBL. Yeah, it's just some of the fucking things like the WWE did. Just to fucking pass the time. I was like, okay, let's not have like genuine fucking like entertaining wrestling on, let's just have some random things instead. But Mark Henry's a good Santa, and he's taking down the bad Santa. And he opens all the presents and steals them. It's like, okay, good Santa just ruining Christmas, okay. Anyway. Phil, we don't know what the fuck he's doing. Prophet says he's busy downloading the 70GB patch for Gout Listo Begacall on his 300 megabytes per second connection. It might be. In fact, you'd think he would have said something in his fucking chat, though, at least saying, guys, I'm busy downloading this fucking shit. Or tweeted. Well, this is also, I always see Phil tweets on Twitter because I'm blocked. This is my normal fucking Twitter. I can go. Yeah, shout to kind of Sav. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, Phil's not even properly fucking awake yet. So yeah, let's just spin the goddamn wheel. There you go. There you go, is the criteria for today's bingo card. These are number between 1 and 195, and you know what? The first, let's take, there's no criteria. The first number in chat I see will be the card I pick. 34. Dreaded End says 34, that is a card we will pick for today's bingo. So, good stuff indeed. So, let me go down to the 34th bingo card. And today's bingo card is the one on the right hand side here. We've got Chair Creek, him saying shocked, him saying Twitter, him doing the prayer hands, been a while since we've seen prayer hands, and him saying sound good, and him saying oh, him giving a years ago story, him using hateful slurs, him leading somebody in chat to ban them, and him talking about drama in some capacity. Then him saying there you go, which is a criteria for today's bingo card for how we picked it. Him saying okay, him saying successor, because he cannot say successor, so he says successor instead, because he's a dumb little bitch. And him saying chill, and him burping down the microphone. The fourth row is him doing the hand grasp, which is where he demonstrates if his hand's something either growing or declining in numerical value. It's a very specific kind of thing, but he does like to do it occasionally. Well, I say occasionally. I'd say half the time he likes to do it, so we'll see what happens with that. Engagement, him giving a thumbs up to the camera, him saying schedule, and him saying nobody or no one. And the bottom row, the final row, is him saying literally, him talking about his family in some capacity, that includes Jasper, him saying you know what I mean, him clearing his throat, and him saying variety. That is a bingo card for today. Is Phil awake yet? He is awake. He changed the thumbnail and fixed the title, lol. Thank fuck for that. Thank God Phil's awake. Said nobody ever. Okay, I'm going to very quickly save his bingo card. I'm trying to race Phil because he's probably going to put the stream online any fucking second now, which means Phil's shitey music will probably come through briefly while I'm unprepared. Okay, let me save the bingo card. Very good stuff. Bingo card has been saved. Dabby dozy indeed. So I can close that, and then close that, and we're just waiting for Phil to properly fucking sit shut here at this end. Let me very quickly go here and set up the bingo card itself so we're all ready to fucking go. Because while we're waiting for Phil, I decided we're just going to watch a couple of these old ASCII King clips while we're waiting for Phil to get all properly set up and go and whatever, but he seems to be really running late today. He is. I'll put it this way, he's 10 minutes late to going live. The stream should have been live 10 minutes ago, and it's not been. So, and it didn't explain why, so the easiest explanation is he fucking slept in. Stayed up late night before drinking or something, I don't know. There we go, his fucking stream's now finally online, and the first thing I do is pause it because fuck that shit. I should not pause it and just keep it going. There we go. DSP Gaming has tried his best to quell fears of this game being bad. I've heard that all the performance issues are on PC and it's bad. Not shocking, it mostly seems like that these days. He's doing his absolute best to try and encourage his audience to not fucking buy into the fucking hype or whatever, you know, oh, it's a bad fucking game. Hey, Darcy the Phil turned up to stream. How you doing, Darcy? Darcy, by the way, if you're not aware, guys, has made a few videos lately, and he had a good one earlier on. He actually premiered a video earlier on today, Darcy, where he talked about, like, basically kind of like the... So he kind of touched on subjects like, you know, like how do you fucking actually make, like for him anyway, how does he make drawing something worth watching? You know, as a streaming kind of thing, like how do you, like, as a content creator, how can he provide that in an entertaining way to the audience, whatever? And I'm kind of the same kind of opinion where it's like, you know, in my opinion, you know, variety is the spice of life. You know what I mean? When it comes to like content as well, you know what I mean? Also, there's so many detractors out there, and there's also people that have their own different takes and own different kind of gimmicks. Like my kind of thing is doing the dumbass bingo stuff, you know. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I'm pretty confident I do something a little bit different than other people. I don't. It's also just trying to make sure that, you know, it's worth watching as well and entertaining in some capacity. But also other detractors will have their own takes and have their own styles, have their own kind of things. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if this will help Darkseid anyway, Darkseid Phil, but I really do enjoy seeing art done, like, obviously it takes a long time, well I say a long time, it takes patience and effort to fucking draw something well, but it is kind of nice to see it done fast, if that makes sense, you know. Like on today's premiere he fucking had a sped up, him drawing something sped up, and I almost find that far easier to consume. It's like him, you know, working his, you know, using his skills to draw art or whatever, while he's talking about maybe a certain subject or whatever in its Attractiverse. So it could well be a thing where maybe we just have, like, you know, his, you know, talented artwork on the go while he's, you know, blathering away about a certain subject or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how other people feel about that kind of thing, but I find it easier to consume, you know, people doing art if it's like fast, you know, like he's sped up or whatever in some capacity. The only person who can get away with doing it in real time is like Bob Ross, because he's like the most chill person in the fucking world, you know. I don't know how he's the only person who's able to get away with that, I think. I say he's doing something fucking bad or wrong or something, but yeah, you get what I'm fucking saying though. Yeah, so Phil, as I said, is running very fucking late. We don't know when he's going to fucking go online properly. He gained a couple of members, 473. Look at that shit. Fuck it, I'm just going to play this. We're waiting for it to go live properly. We'll keep a wee eye on it, but I'm just going to play these two clips.
So this question was from Twitter. It was from the King of Storm. And he says, how did your back injury start? I've talked about this in the past, but it was quite a long time ago. So I figured this may be a time to get everybody up to speed on what's going on with my back. I have a severely herniated disc between my L4 and L5 vertebrae in my back, okay? It's not something that happened immediately. It was like I got a car accident, someone hit me in the back, I fell. It was nothing like that whatsoever.
So you can rule out the things of, oh, it got caused by a car accident, oh, it got caused by touch football, oh, it got... No. Apparently Phil's had a lifelong problem with his back slowly getting worse over time. His back was just not really that good. Although he does have a good idea. If you guys have never seen Phil's, you know, solid theory as to why his back is so fucked up, you're about to hear it now. If you've never heard of this or seen this, you're going to be very surprised at what Phil blames.
It was a gradual thing over the course of my life. I can remember when I was a small child in grammar school that we didn't have lockers. That's right, we didn't have lockers in our grammar school, so we had nowhere to store our books. So for a full day's worth of books, we had to carry it on our backs all day long. So for, what was it, a good, you know, kindergarten through 8th grade, 8 years of my life, when my back was developing, I had a heavy-ass, you know, 20-pound backpack on, weighing me down. I'm sure that might have been a contributing factor to why my back has problems. Okay.
You heard it, guys. When he was a little child, 8 years of grammar school, he had a backpack. He had no locker to put his stuff away in. He had to carry his books all the goddamn day, every single fucking day. Never mind the fact that during lessons he very likely had the backpack off him, down the fucking, you know, next to him or whatever. No, he's like, no, I had to carry this all day, every single day while my back was developing. Well, I cannot speak for the rest of the fucking world, but I never had a locker in school at any capacity in my 13 years of education in the school. You know, 7 years in primary school, 6 years in 5 years in high school. So I had 12 years. I had 12 years personally of education, and not one time did I have a fucking locker. I had a school bag the entire fucking time. How's my back? Perfectly fucking fine. So, yeah, Phil, you're just a bitch.
Okay. You know, over the years, I was kind of a very physically active guy. I used to play some sports. In addition to that, I used to play competitive Street Fighter. Competitive Street Fighter used to be held in arcades, not at home sitting on a couch playing on your couch with a gamepad or a joystick. It was all standing up for hours on end in arcades. In addition to that, most of the jobs that I had until I got out of college were jobs where you're standing, whether it was fast food, whether it was selling computers or products at Best Buy or Circuit City. I was constantly on my feet all the time. And I think because of that, again, the fact that in my developmental years, my back always had a big heavy weight on it. During the course of my life, I always had jobs where I was standing up. That could have contributed to my back. But I can point out the one point, okay, the one point in my life where I realized I have a serious back issue. My back had been giving me pain, okay, soreness, some shooting, like nerve pain, and it was really pissing me off. I didn't know, what was it? What was the source of this pain? And I remember this one day I was actually playing football. It wasn't, physical, it was touch football in a local park, and it was someone's birthday, I believe, one of my friend's birthdays. And we were playing it in touch football, and I remember playing it, and after playing it for about 2 hours, my fucking back hurt so badly. And I was like, what the hell was it? I don't remember, like, was it because the ground was too hard and I was running on rocks? And, I was trying to rationalize what was it that was the problem with my back. And then finally I said, I can't take it anymore. I gotta go to a doctor. Went to a doctor. He took x-rays and tried to tell me there was nothing wrong. I said, doctor, Are you out of your mind? Right now I'm talking to you on the phone. I'm in excruciating
Doctor, are you out of your mind? Fuck off, Phil.
pain in my back, and you're going to tell me there's nothing wrong. I don't think you know what the hell you're talking about. He says, all right, I'm going to send you to an MRI. Went to an MRI. They found my disc in my lower back was to the point where it was going to explode. That's how severely herniated it was. It was to
Phil had a bomb in his back.
that point. And he said, listen, if you don't immediately make lifestyle changes, you're going to be in serious you're going to be in operations, you know, to fix this, and it might not even work. You're going to
So Phil is a lazy bastard essentially because the doctor told him so. This is why he cannot drive for too fucking much at a time. This is why he has to be sedentary for most of the time working a job. He cannot have a job where he stands up at all for long periods of time because Phil's back might explode. The lifestyle changes he was told to make involves him doing fuck all. He's actually going to say that right here. Actually, hang on.
going to be in serious trouble for the rest of your life. I said, all right. So I had to make life changes. I stopped doing heavy physical activity, heavy lifting of stuff.
He stopped working out because of this.
Used to drive everywhere. I don't drive on the highway anymore because my back hurts so badly.
So
and
he stopped driving for extended periods of time.
actually does stress out that portion of your back when you are driving on the highway. What if I was driving on the highway 65 miles per hour and I get a back spasm or something, or a car swerves in front of me, I need to brake and I can't because my back hurts and, you know, I'm delayed. I could die. Or, God forbid, I could kill someone else. It would be very irresponsible for me to be driving on the highway with my back in the condition that it's in, okay? I can't do physical, you know, like working out. I used to lift weights. I can't do that anymore because it's going to put stress on my back. So what I've done is I've made lifestyle adjustments to find a way to keep my weight down, by the way. If you haven't noticed, over the past few years, I've done stuff to try to lose some weight so that I'm not...
This was in 2013, by the way, guys. This was September 2013.
...as heavy as I was, and I think the last time I weighed myself, I was the lightest. I'm around 207 now, which is pretty good. Obviously, my goal weight is probably around 190, but I'm doing good with my diet, you know, not going overboard, eating, you know, fatty foods. And that's funny because people watch my DSP tries it. He always eats fast food. It's not the case. Most of the time I'm eating healthy stuff. I'm eating turkey burgers.
Yeah, money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, money, money.
Thank you very much to Black Mentor Super Chat. It says, what kind of nerd played Touch Hand Dig at a birthday party? Well, this kind of nerd, I guess. This kind of fucking nerd. So yeah, Phil basically is saying that there was no real direct cause of his back issues. He thinks it was a fucking combination of life being mean to him. We had no lockers in school, not shit for the developmental years. I don't know if I have time to play the other clip here. I really do want to, but Phil's probably going to go live any fucking second. Let's see if we've got time.
I don't know if we've even talked about this either. Let me put it this way. My parents trusted me enough to buy me a car. They did. They bought me a car. It wasn't was it brand new? No, I can't even remember. I know it was a Ford Escort. And I got into a car accident.
Okay guys, full disclosure, I'm going to play this here, but I'm going to keep it on this podcast. It's live right now because I want to make sure I don't fucking miss the stream properly starting. Okay, so you're going to hear Phil but not see him.
In it. It wasn't my fault, but it ended up being my fault because the guy who was at fault, who swerved in front of me and almost ran me off the road, took off. So there was I didn't get to see his license plate, no one got a witness, so they said, oh, you lost control of your car. I'm like, no, this guy almost hit me, but they wrote it off as it was my fault. The car got totaled, all right? The first thing my mom says to me in the hospital is, now, are you okay? Oh my God, what happened? No. Why did you disobey my wishes and drive on that highway? I told you not to. And at that point, I said, you know what? Fuck this. Because if you're going to make life about you and not about me anymore...
You know, I had to go back to Phil just so you could see his fucking face when this happened.
Now, are you okay? Oh my God, what happened? No. Why did you disobey my wishes and drive on that highway? I told you not to. And at that point, I said, you know what? Fuck this. Because if you're going to make life about you and not about me anymore, I don't care. And I literally...
Not about me anymore. Phil's entire life at that fucking point was all about him. The one time it wasn't about him, he had enough. Just let that fucking sink in. And the words he just fucking said there.
Because if you're going to make life about you and not about me anymore, I don't care.
There we fucking go. That's like a psychologist could fucking... That's a dream fucking thing for someone to hear. I mean, a psychologist to fucking hear someone say about themselves. The fucking first time his mother ever made it about herself rather than about him, she's like, fuck you guys, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, we're still dead when you need them. to fucking analyse that shit. Although, I'm pretty certain Steve's already seen this clip. You know, this is a very notorious clip. So, yeah.
And I literally told my parents after that, I will go out whenever I want. I don't give a shit. If you're going to kick me out of the house, kick me out of the goddamn house. I'll go live with my friends because I've had enough of your bullshit. You're absolutely overly disciplined for no reason. My grades are great. You know, I'm not into drugs. I'm not into alcohol. I'm not doing any of these things that you would think that would be the problems, that would be the reason why they want me to stay home. And I said enough is enough. And for most of senior year and then that one summer between senior year and college, I wasn't even home. I wasn't. I'll do what I want. And basically it taught them a lesson that I am not their bargaining chip to be used between their marital problems, to be used between all their shit, right? And it straightened them out a little bit, especially when I went to college. It did straighten them out a little bit, and they stopped doing that shit, okay? But the bottom line is, somewhere in there, okay, somewhere in there, they did do that stuff because they cared about me. They wanted...
Okay, Phil's starting now, so I'm going to have to put a pin in that for now. Phil's starting the stream right fucking now, so that's some old school Phil for you, you know what I mean? You guys know the job by now and how this bingo stuff works. Tag me in chat in case I miss anything on the card. I don't try and miss things on the card, but I sometimes do because I'm a dumb bastard. It's just the way it is. If Phil snorts 25 times, that's a free space. If Phil gets to blow bubbles for 100 likes on his stream, that's also a free space. If Phil snorts 50 times, that's 2 free spaces because it's, you know, it's increments, whatever. It kind of goes up and up. So per 25 snorts, free space. Good fucking luck, guys. Here we go. 25 green squares means one of you guys can win a prize.
Good morning and happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to the Level 1 podcast. We're busy having fun down here on Level 1. Of course, I'm Darkside Phil, and I welcome you here to the show for a momentous day, a momentous occasion. For today, ladies and gentlemen, is the premiere of the Callisto Protocol.
Dumbass.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I was actually just talking to my audience about this in the stream chat. It is really few and far between when we get a sci-fi horror game these days. If you really think about it, most of the horror games have moved towards this kind of like first-person, walk around, grab and read documents off of desks and shine flashlights at ghoulies and ghosties and run for your life because you have no way to defend yourself kind of games. Most of which get into like a more older time, like almost medieval style, and some of them are more modern, but it has been a long time since we had an actual major focus on sci-fi. If you really think about it, right? I'm taking a look at my entire nearly 15 years as a content creator and gamer on the internet. And if you look at all the various games I've played, I mean, you could probably say, okay, the Dead Space trilogy is the biggest example of sci-fi horror, correct? There's been a few other standouts, for example, Alien Isolation. But when you really look at the big picture of horror gaming and where we've been and where we're going, sci-fi almost seems to be an afterthought. You know what I'm saying? Like, sci-fi seems to me to be like the genre that no one really dabbles with when it comes to horror. Yes, sci-fi does get some love in RPGs and Sims. I've seen like the shipbuilding, spaceship building, and stuff like that. But, you know, Dead Space really was the end-all be-all of horror when it comes to sci-fi. And that's a shame, I feel. Because I think Dead Space, you know, keep in mind, Dead Space was a game the year that I started on YouTube. So we're talking 2008. That's when Dead Space 1 released. Was one of the games that I very, how can I say? I conservatively covered it. This was before I did full playthroughs of video games on YouTube. Okay? And basically, I just did clips. My first clip was called, like, Dead Space is Scary as Hell. And it was the clip of the first dead body sitting on an operating table in the, you know, the medical bay of the ship. And it was being taken over by one of the alien symbiote creatures and mutated into a monster and then got up off the table and came after you. And that was scary as hell. It was the first time in the game you saw it happen. You're like, oh my God, so this is what's happening to all the people on this ship. And, you know, your first encounter with a crazy necromorph like that is scary. Like, legit. Shaking. And, you know, back then, I wasn't someone who played survival horror games that often. You know, my experience with survival horror games was the Resident Evil originals. You know, Resident Evil 1 and 2 on the PS1. And since then, I really hadn't much played survival horror. Maybe dabbled a little bit, tried Resident Evil 4 once on GameCube and played it for a little bit and kind of, you know, never really went further with it. So for me to actually experience that and record it and then share it with an audience was unique. And I was scared. I was legitimately scared playing that game because I hadn't really played survival horror. And then as I played further through the game, I tried to highlight the scariest moments or most interesting moments of the playthrough, including the ending. The ending actually got me a pretty good amount of views because people didn't know what the ending was. It was a crazy, scary jump scare twist. It did spoil the ending, but people got so scared they loved it. Okay? So, all that being said, Dead Space 1 really was an innovative game when you really think about it. Okay? Here we are, 14 years later, same fall time frame, and we're going to play Callisto Protocol today. The Callisto Protocol is the spiritual successor.
Fucking damn it, of course he still won't get a fucking thing right. That's a centre square right there. Why? Why can he not fucking say successor? Why is it such an impossibility for him? Why? Someone out there trying to explain why the fuck this guy's so fucking dumb he can't say successor. Spiritual successor, motherfucker. Barrowell says because he doesn't know true success. That, I mean, I think so. Phil has had true success. He just shat it all away. Tommy says the normal word has suck in it, and he said say it. Train says because he's drunk all the time because his mouth is struck red, says, you know, yeah, exactly. Mr. Valedictorian doesn't know how to say successor.
To the original Dead Space game. It's made by many of the original dev team of the.
Black Mage says that Phil says accessory instead of accessory. You know, as you know, any accessories. Phil says accessory. You thought, Jesus, I didn't know that. At least if I didn't know it, I forgot about it. Jesus Christ, man. Accessory, yeah. Phil's trying to avoid act sound at all costs.
Original Dead Space, who were actually fired from, I think was it the original under EA, right? They were under Visceral Games, was the name of the studio, I believe. They were fired after Dead Space 3. And so they went on to do their own thing, and that's really what Callisto Protocol is. It's what happens if the people who originally made those games had full creative control of them again. What would they do? Is this a rebooting of sorts, or restarting of sorts for their idea of what survival horror should be in a sci-fi aspect, right? So, I'm very interested today to see what the Callisto Protocol has in store for us. I hope that there's going to be scares. I hope that there's going to be legitimate survival horror gameplay, that the game hasn't been too modernized. And actually, if you look at the day one reviews, which have come out in the last 24 hours, man, the reaction to this game is mixed. You've got some people who are like, wow, it's amazing. The graphics and the presentation are scary as hell and really immerses you in this sci-fi universe. You feel like you're isolated and it's desolate and you really have to struggle to survive. You really have to use your wits and all the gameplay elements, because it's not like one of these survival horror games where you're just have unlimited ammo and a really ridiculous arsenal. It's kind of the opposite, where you're going to be struggling to get through rooms. You're going to have tough times, and you're going to have to really plan out after a few deaths how exactly you're going to persevere in each situation. Okay? And that's cool. To some extent. And what I mean by that is, yeah, I'm okay with dying a few times in each room, as long as then you're able to figure it out and you can pass by. But if you end up in situations where it's just like endlessly unfair stacked odds against you, and you can't really figure out a way to reasonably beat it because you feel like the gameplay elements just aren't good enough, that's different. You see, there's different situations here. I've seen some reviewers completely slamming the game, saying, number one, PC performance is incredibly poor. Everyone's saying that this game went on PC. It doesn't matter what components you have in your PC, it runs like shit. It stutters like crazy and it crashes. And everyone's complaining who bought it on PC that it's terrible. I'm not playing it on PC. I'm playing it on Xbox Series X. For what I'm to understand on consoles, it is locked at 30 frames per second, but most people who bought it on consoles are saying the game runs very stably.
Whoa, Phil. Where's your fucking angry man rant about games fucking running at 30 frames per second in this modern day and age? I could have sworn Phil was very angry and upset about fucking games in the modern fucking generation of consoles running at only 30 frames per second instead of 60 frames per second. Are we going to hear Phil bitch and whine about this? Or is he going to just forget about it because he's been hyping this game up for so fucking long that he doesn't want to fucking, cast any fucking dark shadows in it?
And looks beautiful. So I'm okay with horror in 30 frames per second as long as that game is a stable frame rate. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that. I mean, we just played a Plague Tale Requiem, and I was totally okay with that being 30 frames as long as it felt like it was enough to support what the game needed and the fact that it was scary, and it was, okay? So, I hope the game runs well on Xbox Series X. We're going to find out. Now, I don't know. I'm kind of like on the fence about this because some people have complained in their reviews that the game's way too hard. They're basically saying the gameplay elements are very outdated. It makes it feel like a survival horror game's literally from 14 years ago. That all the modern advancements aren't in there. And people are now complaining because they can't beat it. All right? In fact, from what I'm understanding, I actually saw a clip. I'll talk about it in a second. Prominent gamers and streamers started playing this game last night and rage quit. They were like, they played for like an hour, they got into a certain situation, they couldn't beat it, and after like trying several times, they just got so angry. There's a clip I saw, I think, I couldn't tell because the clip was very small. I think it was actually Maximilian dude, and he's playing it, and he's in a room, and there's an enemy, and I guess all he has is melee at the time, there's no guns, so he's trying to hit this enemy, but as he's doing this, apparently there's enemies all in the room sniping him, and he's like, what the fuck, and he's so pissed. Yeah, he dies like 10 times. He's like, fuck this. And he closes the game, deletes it, and opens up God of War Ragnarok and starts playing God of War Ragnarok live on his stream last night. Okay? Now, again, I don't know, could that be an out of context clip? I don't know. I'm just telling you what I saw. But that's funny to me that the game is so difficult that people who are just so used to modernized games are freaking out. You know what I'm saying? Like ripping their hair out of their head, going crazy. I don't know.
But Phil, it's almost like you completely forget about the fact that you fucking use save states like fucking crazy for all these older games. You're also far too used to the fucking modern day gaming fucking benefits of having fucking saves every fucking 10 seconds, it seems. Well, this game, if it's fucking making their lives misery, it's probably gonna make yours as well, unless you're on fucking baby mode or some pish. But nah, Phil's already rolled out playing this game in a harder difficulty. He doesn't want to fucking make it an impossibility for himself. But yeah, Phil's fucking delude himself if he thinks he's a fan of the fucking older fucking style of how games used to be, because those were very unforgiving. The fucking days where you had no fucking save states in games to fucking get through. It was a one and done kind of deal. Just fucking get good at the game. Be perfect in a fucking game. And try and not use up too many fucking lives before it's game fucking over. Now these fucking days of modern gamers, it is a fucking charmed fucking existence for modern gamers these days because it's very easy to get through games in general because you have the fucking benefit of having being able to save pretty much whenever you fucking want in a lot of fucking games. Clyde Dale says, also Maximilian has a series where he plays against bosses at highest possible difficulty. Exactly, yeah, so there we go. It's just one of those things where Phil, it feels like Phil's trying to dunk on someone without even playing the goddamn game first. And it's one of those things, Phil's definitely playing his fucking game. I do hope it doesn't do well for him, well, naturally, you know what I mean? But I do hope he's been hyping this game up so fucking mad, so fucking crazily, and I really do hope it massively disappoints him. I do hope he is so sad about how, this game, after trying to hype up so much, after trying to fucking get his audience so hyped about it. Nah, I hope it falls flat in his fucking face and it doesn't really do well for Phil at all.
How I'm gonna feel, honestly. You guys know me. I try to be honest. I like survival horror games. I do. But at the same time, if I feel that the game is unfair, if the game doesn't have the tools to really succeed, or maybe the tools are poorly implemented, or I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And the thing is, I was looking forward to Callisto Protocol a ton. This is actually my final really hyped, anticipated game of the year. Are there more games coming out this year? Yes. And did I skip some games that likely I'll be playing still between now and the end of the year? Yes. But this is kind of like the last hyped game for me for 2022. And I hope it's good. I hope that I like it, you know. This is going to be kind of an interesting experiment, much like when, 14 years ago when I played Dead Space 1. I had absolutely, positively no idea what to expect because I hadn't really played survival horror games, right? And went into it with no expectations, scared the shit out of me, and I died a lot playing it, but it was a wild ride, okay?
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Black Mage for Super Chat. It says, Max plays more retro hard games than Phil and gives games a hell of a fair shake. If he rages, then it's usually a fundamental problem. Rage Pig Inc. I guess that's a new company title for Phil, Rage Pig Inc. It's one of those things. Phil, if a lot of experienced gamers, more prominent content creators are having problems with this game and raging in this game, Phil is going, gonna have serious fucking problems with this game. I didn't realise the fucking super chat cut off for Black Mage. Rage Pig Incoming. Incoming was the last word there. Sorry. Cheers Black Mage for clarifying that. That would actually fit well for a title as well for Phil's new business, Rage Pig Incorporated. But yeah, better than fucking Burnell Industries or Burnell Enterprises, whatever the fuck it is.
I kind of feel like we're kind of back to square one. It's the same people who made this game. It's a new IP. There's new elements. You don't know what to expect. I guess we'll see.
That's a good question, actually. Quasar is asking, does Callisto have a set difficulty? I don't actually think it does. I think Phil was bragging about that the other fucking day to his chat. I think somebody in his chat said to him, play out the hard mode. And he's like, well, actually, the game doesn't actually have a hard mode, so that's not going to fucking happen, so there you fucking go. So apparently, I think it's just like one sort of difficulty level, perhaps? Oh, Twain says you can choose it. Then what the fuck was Phil talking about? When somebody was like, play on hard mode, and he's like, nah, you can't. The fuck was Phil on about? Well, and again, why am I fucking surprised that Phil gives false information in his streams? He spent a good chunk of fucking yesterday, for example, giving fake information about Street Fighter and the fucking beta coming up. Trying to say E-Honda's a fucking part of it. Nice, no. Nice fucking not.
And by the way, I am going to play it on standard difficulty. No, I'm not going to dumb it down. And no, I'm not going to go crazy difficult. I'm going to go right in the middle like I always do. Whatever is the default setting, that's what I'm going to play it as. And we're going to judge for ourselves as I play it. Is it any good? Okay? And, I'm so hype for this game that I'm playing it all day today. And that's a rare thing. This year, how many games did I play all day? I think Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, and Callisto Protocol. I'm pretty sure these are the only 3 games.
Street Fighter 6?
That were new releases that I played an entire day. So, I'm pumped, obviously, for it. Okay?
Oh, wait, I need to rewind this, guy. Sorry, I need to rewind it, so I just want to make sure I don't miss anything in the card.
Is any good? Okay? And, I'm so hype for this game that I'm playing it all day today. And that's a rare thing. This year, how many games did I play all day? I think Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, and Callisto Protocol. I'm pretty sure these are the only 3 games that were new releases that I played an entire day. So, I'm pumped, obviously, for it. Okay? I'm excited. And if I die, I die. See, here's the thing. I'm not used to just coasting through games. Watch my FromSoft playthroughs. Watch me get my ass handed to me, kicked around like a soccer ball and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of used to it. So, as long as there's not like, oh, you die, now you have to redo 10, 20 minutes of gameplay. Now, that would piss me off. Imagine if every time you die, you have to redo several areas of the game to get back to where you died. And even then, you just don't have a real chance to learn how to beat it. That would legitimately get me angry. You guys know me. I don't like wasting time. There's a difference between playing and getting your ass handed to you, but you're learning, versus you're playing and you have to repeat so much shit, you're just annoyed. So, let's see how it goes. I hope the graphics are good. I hope the game is scary. I hope that it has legitimate gameplay elements that maybe we haven't seen before. And I hope that there is challenge, but obviously we're able to make progress. Imagine today, in 5 hours of gameplay, I can't really make much progress. That would be shit, So hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we will make some good progress today. It'll be a good experience, I don't really know what to expect. It is a new game, a new IP, even though it is from the makers of Dead Space. It's supposed to be the spiritual successor, right?
Whoa, wait a fucking second. Did he finally say the fucking word correctly there?
IP, even though it is from the makers of Dead Space, it's supposed to be the spiritual successor.
He actually said it right that fucking time. Did he actually see homegirl's message in fucking chat saying, by the way, it's successor, not successor. He actually said the motherfucking thing right.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Ice Yamamoto for a super chat. It says, it has 3 difficulty settings and the combat needs some work, but it works most of the time. I'm on the hardest setting and making it slowly. I've heard the dodge mechanic's a bit of a bastard. Other than that, yeah, it's just one of those things. But I've seen, I'm not looked into it a huge amount, but I have seen it's quite a lot of negative reviews. I think the early reviews on Steam, for example, are mainly negative. But yeah, I mean, Phil is set in his ways. He's determined to play it on the standard difficulty, the difficulty that the fucking developers intended it to play on. Nah. If this game is seriously as fucking ball busting as it is meant to be, I can see Phil easily playing this in easy mode at some fucking point to try and get through it. You'll be like, fuck this shit. It's too hard. I don't waste time. I'm trying to entertain you guys. Also, you need to...
Right? I still think...
Okay, fuck this. By the way, I'm going 1.25 speed, because fuck Phil and his fucking boring ways.
There's potential here that maybe it won't be as good. I guess we'll see. So hold on 1 second, because actually it's cold in here now. I'm going to close my window a little bit. There we go.
Shut up, bitch!
I gotta remember it's December. I can't have the window all the way open every day. Freeze my butt off. Okay, let's get caught up here. Let's talk a little bit about yesterday, because I actually want to talk a little bit about stuff that went down yesterday on streams, and then I would like to talk about the schedule for the rest of the week and some of the festivities.
Okay, first of all, I said schedule, which is a good fucking thing for the bingo card. Also, I would also like to talk about yesterday. Phil made a big mistake in my opinion trying to move Pokemon to the night stream. He moved the wrong game to the night stream in my most humblest of opinions. Let me elaborate why. So if we look at the daily summary tab, we can see that the day stream of God of War Ragnarok got $75. The night stream of Pokemon Scarlet only got $81. Now, the last few times that Phil has played Pokemon as a day stream, he's been able to guarantee the hats. Every time Phil has played the Pokemon stream for a day stream, the last 3 times in a row. I mean, when does Phil start playing Pokemon? He got it here, so in his debut, $200. Second stream, $179. Third stream, $100. Fourth stream, $249. The day streams are fucking gold dust for Phil when he's played Pokemon. He moved that shit to the night stream and didn't even get a hat. He moved the wrong game to the night stream. He kept his God of War in the day stream, and once again for the 5th day stream in a row of playing God of War. God of War for the last 5 streams has not even managed a hat, it's only managed to get on glasses. Phil should have moved God of War to the night stream and capitalised on all the dentheads that were willing to fucking throw money at Phil during the day stream. He was hoping and praying that the night stream was going to be far more successful than usual. If you actually look at the column for a night stream, look at that blue column for a night streams. It's as if it done so much fucking better than other fucking night stream games usually would do. No. It's quite normal to actually see some greens in there as well to fucking yellows. So Pokemon Scarlet getting $81 for a night stream, Phil might think to himself and try and console himself and say, that's actually not too bad for a night stream. Phil, it's kind of shite. Sonic got $100 in the last 2 fucking night streams. And you fucking hated that fucking game, you couldn't wait to fucking get through the goddamn thing. Gotham Knights for the fucking last stream of it, $154. Sonic done well in the fucking night streams. Gotham Knights done okay in the fucking night streams. Not all the fucking time, but some of the fucking time. And God of War, for the one time Phil had God of War around night stream, he got over $100 fucking. You can see it actually down fucking there. It was a while ago. But Phil played God of War on a night stream, although it was technically 2 streams in a row because Phil played it all goddamn day, and he got over $100 for that night stream as well. So, someone renamed it the Stutter Protocol. Instead of the Callisto Protocol, what the fuck? Train says, it's just like Pokemon Arceus, 3 straight streams of 150, and once it gets moved it dies. It's essentially, yeah, exactly. I have a feeling if Phil's smart, I'm going to try and give Phil some credit here. I'm going to give it a benefit out here. I think he's going to announce to his audience that he's going to move God of War to the night stream and move Pokemon back to the day streams, even though Phil kept trying to highlight, oh, Pokemon's a perfect night stream game. Yeah, no one fucking gives a shit though about fucking spending too much fucking money during the fucking night streams. It's an entire different fucking audience. Phil needs to fucking make example, capitalise on all and having those fucking, you know, deep-pocketed Eurotrash fans that watch during a day stream. The Europeans and the fucking Asians, whatever, are fucking sleeping in for Phil's night stream. They're not awake for that shit.
Is going on around here and everything, and then we'll jump into the game, okay? I don't have any gaming news or anything today. You know, the Game Awards are on December 6th. Am I covering them? Probably. Am I going to do it live? I have no idea, and I don't really care. Just being honest, I don't think there would be any benefit to me, like, covering the Game Awards live. I think it would be mostly, you know, if you guys really wanted to see me do a live react to it, I would consider it, but I'm not really that into it. All right, so here yesterday, we had 2 streams, God of War Ragnarok and Pokemon Scarlet. God of War Ragnarok is going pretty much exactly how I expected. And what I mean by that is, it's got an okay audience between 250 people who watch it. Okay amount of support. It's not overwhelming, but it's not terrible either. It's definitely one of my favorite games of the year. It might end up being my game of the year pick, depending on how it goes. But for some odd and weird reason, it's just not a game that's getting much attention with my audience. Maybe it's because most people beat it already. Maybe it's because people are already playing it at their own pace. They don't want to be spoiled. I have no clue. But I'm going to continue to play it. All right? And, you know, I play it at my own pace. At this point, if you take a look at how long I've played it, I'm about roughly halfway through, if not maybe a little bit further, but probably around halfway, which means probably another 3 weeks. I might beat it by the end of the month at this rate, you know. So I'm definitely going to keep going on with that.
Well, I just thought of why. I actually thought of why Phil can't move it. Phil, if he was actually close to the end of the fucking game, could have moved it to the fucking night stream, but Phil's actually in a fucking rush to get through it as fast as fucking possible now. He needs to complete the game before the end of the fucking year. So he needs to fucking make the most of having an extra hour for the day streams compared to the night streams for gameplay. So he can't move it. Even if Phil wanted to move God of War to night streams and, you know, and swap it with Pokemon for day streams, he cannot have God of War be on a night stream. Because he's trying to fucking make the most of trying to fucking have a time to get through it all. But if Phil had any sense, Pokemon would go back to the day streams. Let's see if he fucking does that or not.
Now, last night, we played Pokemon Scarlet as a night stream for the first time ever, okay? And what I wanted to do was kind of report my findings, because everyone was wondering, like, gee, you played Pokemon Scarlet as a daytime stream 4 times, and every time you did, it went well. You know, attendance was pretty good, engagement was sky high, support was sky high, people seem to be loving the Scarlet playthrough despite all the shortcomings of the game running like shit on the Switch. So, what happened when you moved it from a daytime to a nighttime stream? Well, attendance was lower, engagement was lower, we didn't even hit the 100 likes goal, which I was shocked. I thought we would hit it, we didn't even hit 100 likes. Support, you know, was not bad. I'm not going to sit here and complain. It was pretty good for a night stream. We didn't hit the hat goal, so it was the first time actually playing the game. We didn't have the Pikachu hat in effect, but we had a couple people named Pokemon. We had other people supporting regardless. People had a good time. We had good progress in the game, even though it was only 2 hours. We actually cleared a gym. We fought a Titan Pokemon. So it wasn't like, oh, because now you've reduced the length of your Pokemon streams, you did way less in the game. It was actually, no, it was on par with what would have happened in like a main Pokemon stream. So it went pretty well. You know, did it do as well as the daytime session? No. But did it fail miserably and tank and become a disaster stream? Of course not. It was actually quite good. So,
yeah, money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, money, money.
Thank you very much for Jason Pittman for subscribing to the channel. I don't need to move that fucking animation a wee bit more to the fucking right, because it keeps cutting off names, like longer names. Jason Pittman's not even a fucking long name, but it still cut off some of the fucking... I'll try and work on that for next stream. Also, Phil just said engagement, and I nearly missed that, so thank you very much for the reminder. Who's it reminded me in chat? Was it Train? Yeah, Train said engagement. There you go. So, yeah, cheers for that, Train, for keeping me right. Remember, guys, if I miss anything in the card, just tag me in chat and just say what I've missed or whatever. I don't mind reminding as well. If I need to go back and check something, I don't mind doing that as well. I don't try and miss things on the card, but sometimes I do because I'm a dumb bastard. It is what it is. Can't be helped. Bugged Bingo mechanics, dude.
it fail miserably and tank and become a disaster stream? Of course not. It was actually quite good. So I'm feeling confident with Pokemon being a night stream. What I will say is this to those of you who sadly maybe can no longer attend the Pokemon Scarlet streams because they're now nighttime streams. I have two things to say.
Wait, I fucking know what he's going to say because I fucking caught it. Like, he is desperate for fucking people to tip kind of off stream time for Pokemon. He wants people to fucking do all the fucking people, all that support I had in the fucking day stream and not here for the fucking night stream. He wants tips in between streams. He wants tips specifically for Pokemon not happening during Pokemon. He is guaranteed. He's fucking saying it.
Set. The first thing is, of course, remember, you can always watch those videos on demand here on DSP Gaming. They're always added right after the fact. When the stream goes offline, I upload. And also remember that you can still participate. If you were watching on demand, you're like, oh man, there's a cool Pokemon. I'd like to name him something and have him be played in the next session. You can do that. You can still tip me. You don't have to tip me during a Pokemon stream. You can still do that $25 tip. And it's first come, first serve. Just tell me your name, the Pokemon you want to name, and the name you want to name it. And, you know, as long as that Pokemon's available.
Greedy bastard, man. It's a season of giving, so give me more money. $25 and I'll fucking name this digital fucking Pokemon after you and barely fucking use it, okay? Sound good?
we'll name that Pokemon next stream, and get it right in the party, and we'll play with it for a little bit, okay? So don't feel left out just because you can't be there on the live stream. But in addition, I'm hearing the Callisto protocol. If you're like an amazing expert, you can speedrun the game and beat it in 6 hours. Spoiler alert. I'm not going to beat the Callisto protocol in 6 hours. I've heard that on average, it will probably take the person around 12 hours to beat it, all right? But I'm an interactive streamer, and as you guys know, today, I'll be talking with you guys. I'll probably be dying a lot. I'm going to guesstimate it will take me around 15 hours to beat the Callisto protocol. So if you do the math, if I play all day today, that's about 5 hours. So about a third of the game already done. If I play it again on Sunday, that's another 3. That's 8 hours. If I play it again on Tuesday, that's, you know, what are we up to? 11 hours? So we're nearly done. That would be next week.
Prophet, don't you fucking dare. Prophet says he's tempted to tip him $25 and name one of the Pokemon T. Don't you fucking dare, pal. If you're going to throw money away, you throw that money away towards me. Ree. DJ Nano says Phil cannot even speedrun his tip shoutouts in 6 hours. Yeah, good point.
Maybe 1 to 2 more streams and it's done. Which means before the new releases come out, you might say, well, what are the next new releases you're playing? The next new releases I'm playing are coming out on December 13th. It is the Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion.
Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, money, money.
Thank you very much for Black Metro Super Chat. It says, reminder that $25 is almost half the price of the actual game itself. Yeah, Phil charges his fans an exorbitant amount of money. Just, you know, in immediate funds. Just to name a fucking digital character in a game which he won't barely fucking use. It's this crazy amount of fucking money. It's so greedy. It's so fucking greedy. Naruto Ronin says, I've never seen a streamer count how many hours a game is and not actually enjoy the game for what it's worth. Yeah, Phil's very meticulous at times when it comes to trying to plan this crap out. You know, he's very... Yeah, he's definitely wants to try and fucking just keep it to, you know...
Money, money, yeah, money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, money, money.
Thank you very much to Prophet for the super chat. And he says, fine, you Scottish prick. And he just says, super chatted 25 Canadian dollars. Now, to be fair, you said you were going to tip, Phil. You know, that's not a tip, that's a super chat. I'm only kidding you on, pal. I really do need to try and get this fucking Rocket League game sorted one time, although I don't think it's going to happen. You know, so Prophet and Heather tried to get me to fucking play World of Warcraft, and I've never played World of Warcraft in my entire life. Those two love that game, and I can understand why. It's a popular game, it's still fucking popular now, but it's one of those things I've never fucking touched a game before in my life, and it's like, I've avoided it for so long. The game's been out for so fucking long.
Money, money, yeah, money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, money, money.
Thank you very much to Warren for super chat, and they just kind of done a whole bunch of wee laughing emojis, tears in his eyes, wee laughing emojis. So here we fucking go. Yeah, but as I said, I've avoided fucking World of Warcraft so fucking long for all these fucking years. And I had no real inclination to fucking play it, you know. So it's just, yeah. I mean, I don't know why I've never fucking played it. I've just never really felt like. Here's the thing. I played RuneScape back in the day, but never fucking played it that fucking seriously, and I imagine World of Warcraft is kind of like, you know, a better version of RuneScape. But when I look back on RuneScape, I wasn't that fucking hyped about that game. Now, I was like, as a fucking time killer of a fucking game, I never played that fucking seriously, if that makes sense. So I think the two of them are a wee bit comparable. I'm not saying they're fucking like for like, you know, don't get me fucking wrong. But to me, I kind of get the same. I get the same impression of one from the other, if that makes sense. And I wasn't really that big on that, so I just don't think I would enjoy World of Warcraft personally. I'm not saying it's not a fucking good game. I just think I'm a picky bastard. Wait. Prophet says even if you play casually, there's a lot to do in World of Warcraft. There we go. Who knows? One day I'll get to game with Prophet and Heather as well, and whoever else is there. You know, whether it's in World of Warcraft, whether it's Rocket League, whether it's in fucking, you know, Minecraft, whoever the fuck knows.
In game, and then there's also High on Life. Okay, those are the two next ones that I've decided to play. So, if the game is the length that people are reporting, I might beat it, you know, on the earlier side next week. And if that's the case, then maybe what we'll do is we'll flip the streams and we'll actually have Pokemon as a daytime stream for a little bit.
There it is. He's desperate to move Pokemon back to the day streams because he knew it done so well for him financially. Who says Phil was not in this for the fucking bag? If he tries to pretend to anyone else that he's not in this for the fucking bag, let this fucking segment bear in mind that he is absolutely in this for the fucking bag. Fucking called it. Thank you, Phil, for confirming all these suspicions that you're a greedy bastard, which we fucking never doubted anyway.
And if we even have a couple extra night streams, maybe we'll just do something random in there, right? Or maybe we could start up one of these games that I've completely skipped, but that people are interested in seeing me actually play. We'll see. We'll think about it. You know, we have things to talk about. Everyone's also been screaming at me for Warzone. Maybe we could get Warzone in the mix. You know, there's things to do. So if you're a fan of Pokemon, you're so sad you're missing out on the streams right now. It might return to a daytime stream, at least temporarily, within about a week and a half, depending on how long it takes to get through Callisto Protocol, okay? So I'm pleased with how things are going with Pokemon, and last night was actually a pretty good stream, okay? All right, let's talk about the schedule for the rest of the week. Today, it is the Callisto Protocol all day long. I want to immerse myself in this game, and the lore, and the universe, and the plot. I can't wait to see, because here's the thing. Dead Space, the first game, by far, is the scariest. Why? Because you have absolutely no clue what's going on. Are all these aliens real? Or is it just hallucinations in Isaac's mind? Is he going nuts? Is there something on this planet or this ship that's making him go crazy, right? And therefore, that's why he's seeing all these monsters. Maybe when I was first playing Dead Space 1, I actually had a really interesting theory. Isaac is the monster because Isaac arrives on the ship and he gets mind controlled by an entity that makes him think that everyone around here or everyone around him is a monster. So he just starts picking up tools and weapons and murdering everyone. But in reality, there's nothing there. He's just seeing shit, and he murders everyone on the station, and you know what I mean? Like, I thought that would be pretty fucking cool if that was what was going on. But the thing is, eventually you get to find out what's really going on in the game, in the sequel. And then, basically, kind of the air of mystery and scariness really kind of disintegrates when you kind of know everything about it, right? So, my question is, now that it's a new IP, it's a new franchise, it's a new story, there's a whole new lore behind it, and we're back to square one. Gee, I wonder what's causing these people to become mutated and want to kill each other and kill you. It's cool. It'll be an ongoing air of mystery again. That's one of the key main things that makes a survival horror game interesting. So, hopefully we'll get that back, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very excited for today. All day long, Callisto Protocol horror. 2 thumbs up. Tomorrow, we're going to alternate. So tomorrow it's going to be God of War Ragnarok. As we're
Whoa. That wasn't just 1 thumbs up, that was 2 thumbs
get that
up.
back, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very excited for today. All day long, Callisto Protocol horror.
Double thumbs up. That's a good one. We've still not had a bingo yet, have we? We've come close several times. We're one away diagonal line, we're one away from like a horizontal, you know, the vertical line down here, but no. It's a good strong card today so far, but it's not quite there.
2 thumbs up. Tomorrow, we're going to alternate. So tomorrow it's going to be God of War Ragnarok, as we're going to head back into the main story of the game. And then the night stream tomorrow night will be Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer, as I continue to use an SMG for the first time, which I did it for about an hour and was doing better and better with more attachments. So I'm looking forward to more of that tomorrow. Then on Sunday, we'll have the Callisto Protocol on the first stream, and the late stream will be Pokemon Scarlet. So then, Monday, Tuesday will be exactly the same. Monday, God of War, Modern Warfare 2. Tuesday, Callisto Protocol, Pokemon. And that's what we're looking at for the rest of the streaming week. I hope that sounds good. Wednesday will be my day off this week. I'm hoping, man, am I hoping that this week there is no inclement.
So Wednesday's his day off, right? Well, I guess then on a Tuesday, I'll be streaming my birthday then. So Tuesday's my birthday, and I wasn't sure if Phil's day off was going to change or whatever, but I guess it was a bit optimistic of me to try and assume that Phil would be, not be streaming on my fucking birthday. But there you go. I guess when my birthday comes, I guess I'll be doing DSP Bingo all the same. Profit is advertising Hunt a Piggy tomorrow night, but it might be really fucking high. Imagine a profit high on some sort of circumstance. That's an unusual mental imagery. Yiggy says, don't I mean my birthday week? No, I don't celebrate my whole birthday for a month, for a whole week or whatever. I get one day to celebrate that like most normal humans do. There's no big massive like fucking celebratory thing. No, it's just a fucking basic ass thing. Prophet says Sean Connery's birthday. Too soon, pal. Too soon. The guy is no long gone, man. It's too soon. But yeah, I will be doing DSP Bingo. To be fair though, I can't even do fucking too much anyway on Tuesday anyway, even if I wanted to. Wednesday's a better day for me to do something anyway. So I'll probably do something Wednesday to enjoy my birthday a day later than usual, and it just works out well because Phil's off on Wednesday as well. Also, this fucking face that Phil's making right now, it's like some sort of strange fucking demented droopy thing. What the fuck? Am I...
Money, yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much to the former Lord D-Dog 1966 for nerd. Very generous super chat. I mean, I do appreciate it. I mean, that's very generous of you, pal. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. $100 Australian. Fuck me, man. I don't deserve that fucking shit. I really, that's what I'm saying though. Anytime I get this kind of support, I really do want us to win a bingo so I can give some of it back to you guys. You know what I'm saying? That's a really generous thing for you to do though. I really do appreciate it. I keep, by instinct, I keep trying to say Lord D-Dog even though you're no longer a lord. The former Lord D-Dog. But thank you very much, I do appreciate it. And it's very kind of you, sir. Thank you very much. Pre-birthday drop. Pre-happy birthday drop. Anyway, but as I was saying, before we got distracted by the very generous contribution there by D-Dog, am I the only person that's getting like some sort of Drippy, the cartoon dog kind of? Drippy? Or stupid Drippy. Is the name Drippy or Snoopy? Isn't there a fucking cartoon dog called Drippy? Or am I just fucking being dumb? Yeah, it's like some sort of, yeah, Drippy, yeah. I'm getting Drippy vibes from this fucking shit.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much from Barack Wells for super chat as well. Birthday monies, yes, have some guys. Thank you very much, but don't. It's okay. It's not my birthday yet, and I don't want to fucking like no, guys. You're being very generous, guys. I do appreciate it, man, but I feel like I'm getting too much. So please, just like calm it down, pals. You know, honestly, guys, thank you very much. Let's get on with the bingo before people think I'm just trying to fucking, be a fill and squeeze people for fucking birthday money.
Weather. I'm hoping my back feels better. I'm hoping everything goes well because this week I want to go out and I want to look for some Christmassy stuff. I want to see if I can get maybe some Christmassy items for DSP Tries It for the Christmas Marathon. I want to see if I can get maybe some Christmas themed liquor for the Christmas Marathon. I want to see if maybe I can find a new holiday sweater or a vest. I'm looking for new stuff for Christmas because I haven't had a chance to go out in 3 weeks. I hope for the best, man. I guess we'll see what happens this Wednesday on my day off. Okay. So then next week will basically be more of the same. All right. And we'll see what happens, but if I beat Callisto Protocol early, then yes, I very well may alternate in and have Pokemon Scarlet become a daytime stream for the rest of that week. And then maybe have some new stuff on the night streams, okay? Remember on the 13th, we got the double new release. Like I said, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core as well as High on Life. Then on the 16th, now this is exciting. On December 16th through the 18th, I'm playing the Street Fighter 6 Beta Wave 2. 8 fighters available. They haven't named who they are yet, but they did tease that E Honda will be one of them. I'm very excited for this. I was just starting to get a hang of Street Fighter 6 when the beta time ran out.
I need to stop him right there. Phil is wrong again, and he's advertising false information again. No. I'm going to correct this. Hang on. We have a website for Street Fighter. And it's right here. So, all the information Phil could ever need is on this website right here. Very simple to find, very straightforward. So, information includes, they include the bug fixes, some of the kind of bugs that have been fixed, whatever. They got a new feature, reduce input delay, the graphics menu, blah 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 blah, online battle, training mode, battle adjustments, whatever. Player content. Playable characters, here we go. Playable characters is Luke, Jamie, Ryu, Chun-Li, Guile, Kimberly, Judy, and Ken. No sign of E Honda whatsoever. Phil is lying to his audience about things once more because he can't be arsed to do the research himself. He is lying to his audience about this beta.
Last time in October, I now have a new TV that has the least amount of delay I've ever had in any TV I've ever owned. So maybe I'll do even better. Maybe I'll be able to do those drive impact counter moves and shit a lot more effectively. I'm excited. Last time around it went really well, and I cannot wait to play more Street Fighter 6 that weekend in the middle of December, okay? And then, of course, after that, we've got all the holiday events coming up. On the 23rd, Friday of December, we got the holiday marathon, where I'll be dressed up in holiday attire and switching out holiday attire over the course of the day. I'll be drinking these holiday-themed, liquor that I buy, and we'll be playing games that you guys are nominating, so please, don't forget to nominate games. So I just noticed in the last day, I don't think anyone nominated any games, all right? You need to nominate games for the holiday event. How do you do so? If you're a member, there's a members-only post on the community tab of DSP Gaming. Members themselves will get a game into the holiday marathon based on what's nominated. The most nominated game the members nominate gets in right away. Outside of that, all of you who are not members can also nominate stuff by easily just typing !Christmas into the stream chat. A link will pop up. That'll be a thread on the main channel page of DSP Gaming, where all you can do is just post up your nominations. Please follow the rules that are listed there, by the way. And what's going to happen is in about a week and a half to 2 weeks, probably like right the middle of December, I'm going to tally up your nominations and make a poll based on the most nominated games. And those games will be voted on by you guys. And whatever wins the poll, those are going to be the games we play during Christmas. So there's going to be one member's game, several games picked by the common viewer, and then there will be Disney Dreamlight Valley. Disney Dreamlight Valley will be returning during the course of this month. At some point, they're supposed to have a big winter/Christmas update, adding new characters and adding, new holiday-themed things. Absolutely, I want to play that as part of the Christmas event. I think that'll be really fun to have a nice chill, hour and a half in the middle of it there, okay? So, that's the Christmas event coming up. Then the next day, on Christmas Eve, December 24th, it is the return of the WWE Holiday Fantasy Sims, also known as the King of Christmas Tournament. In a series of qualifying matches, icons of the holiday season will be facing each other mano a mano, duking it out to make it into the final match to become the King of Christmas 2022. Characters should include tried and true holiday icons like Frosty the Snowman versus the Grinch, or Santa Claus versus Ebenezer Scrooge, right? Just a couple ideas of characters that I can usually throw in there. And usually I got some really interesting surprises and things that I throw in as well. So you have a series of qualifying matches, and then there's one final match, a ladder match, where the King of Christmas title is suspended atop the ring, and all the people who have won the previous matches are duking it out, trying to get that title to become the King of Christmas 2022. This will be my one stream for Christmas Eve. It'll be the earlier daytime stream, okay? So there you go. So we've got all this special stuff going on for the month of December.
Hooray, said there you go, that's our first bingo of the game. Finally, we've got a middle row right across the way. That's our first bingo. Fucking fantastic stuff indeed. But Barry, whenever Phil talks about these fucking events, it does bring me back to something that was made on YouTube years and years and years ago. Anyone remember NoDQ.com and those fucking like strange wrestling matches where it was like a bunch of like Mr. Clean was involved, and there was like fucking Superman or whatever. There was a whole bunch of random ass fucking characters that was made, and then they had this fucking lore and backstory and all that shit to it. I was like, what the fuck? I mean, it was kind of bizarre. I didn't recognize the fucking game though. Like it must have been some sort of strange. Like I grew up on like fucking like PlayStation, as I said, so I was used to like fucking SmackDown versus Raw, whatever that shit. You know what I mean? And this game was not those games. I assume it was some sort of. Obviously, it must have been a fucking PC version of some other game. But yeah, there's some strange ass fucking like mechanics to it, whatever, and different like fucking stages as well for like fucking. I didn't recognise the wrestling game it was used, but it does. Whenever Phil talks about this kind of fucking thing, this kind of event, it does remind me of that kind of thing where like it was done back in the day. Don't know how fucking popular it was. I remember watching it before years and years ago on YouTube. Jesus man, it was. But it's whenever fucking Phil talks about this shit, and he's obviously fucking so passionate about it. Why does Phil pretend he doesn't enjoy wrestling anymore? He clearly does. Aside from the obvious WWE champion stuff that we fucking constantly remind him about. It's one of those things where he clearly has still got a fucking massive passion for wrestling. He loves organising it, he loves talking about it, you know what I mean? He just loves the whole fucking talking about it and everything else, and he really is massively into it still, even as much as he pretends he's not. Hell, someone in this fucking chat the other day said to him, do you own a Burberry scarf, like to kind of look like MJF? Phil did not even blink and think to himself, who's MJF? No, he knew immediately who MJF was. MJF is a popular wrestler in the AEW roster, if you weren't aware. But Phil immediately knew that, didn't question it whatsoever. He fucking straight away said, yeah, I know who MJF, I know exactly what you're talking about. No, I don't own a Burberry scarf. He didn't say that, but the fact is he knew straight away who he was talking about.
I hope this sounds good to you. I like having this. By the way, holiday animations are now in effect. Obviously, you can see the decorations behind me. For the first time ever, you can actually see colored lights. Finally, better webcam. But animations are now available for tips and the denominations of
here we go. The fucking daily reminder of, if you guys give me so much fucking money, you can see the variety of... Did you just say variety, actually? Hang on.
Better webcam. But animations are now available for tips and the denominations of $5, $10, $20, $30, $50, and $100.
Say variety, you dick.
For super chats in the denominations of $5, $10, $20, $50. That's 10 new animations.
Say variety.
I think yesterday we saw maybe 4 of them. So, no matter how you contribute, you'll get to see a nice holiday-themed animation as a way of saying thanks and happy holiday.
Say variety. Why? That's a perfect opportunity to say fucking variety. Why is he not saying that?
Okay. The last thing I will mention before we get to shout-outs and a little bit of Q&A before we jump into the game is the new members goal for the month of December, which I set up yesterday. The members goal is the return of the viewer's choice playthrough. You guys have demanded it. You didn't ask. You didn't suggest. You demanded it. You came to my house. You grabbed my neck. You rung me up like this. You give me viewer's choice. Excuse me. And I listen to your demands. So I give you what you want. You guys are mad. There hasn't been a viewer's choice playthrough in a long time. So if we hit the members goal for the month of December, all right, I'll be doing the return of the viewer's choice event. What that means is that you guys will nominate and vote on a game for me to do a full playthrough of here on DSP Gaming. Previous viewer's choice events have been varied. I mean, Franchises that I previously had never even known about or touched, like the Yakuza, Persona franchises. Games from the past that I missed out on, like Super Mario Sunshine. Classic trilogies, like the Spyro trilogy, like Crash Bandicoot, okay? We go on and on. I think the most recent and notable one that most people remember was Fallout New Vegas from last year, where we did a ginormous full playthrough of the game, including all of the DLCs over the course of the year, and everyone loved it, okay? Now, the other cool thing about this is, I have an Xbox Series X, and if you were picking maybe some games from the past to play, a lot of them run a lot better on the Series X. I was thinking about this, I was like, wow, if people voted in, like, let's say Oblivion, or they voted in, like, Fallout 3, they run at 1080p 60 frames on the Series X now. So you're talking taking an older game that usually looks like shit and actually having a really high-quality playthrough, which would be pretty sweet. But anyway, that's just, I'm throwing that out there, because I was thinking about it, I was like, wow, that would actually be pretty neat to be able to play those games and have them be really, you know, better than what I'd previously done.
There's a fucking hint if ever I fucking saw one. And by the way, it's a good thing for detractors if Phil does play a Bethesda game. Now, you understand why if you're ever a part of Shinko's audience. Phil, so Shinko's made a bet with his audience, if you're not aware. So when Shinko does streams, Shinko wants to fucking do a sexy Phil, a sexy DSP. That is a punishment. If Phil plays a game which is not a Bethesda game, Phil is going to make DSP sexy, and he's going to inflict that on his audience for like a week. Yeah. So that there's a lot at stake here on Shinko streams. If Phil does not choose a Bethesda game, then he is going to make his audience suffer by looking at sexy Phil. It's a fucking next step. You know, he's been doing sexy cat things all the fucking time. Yeah, he's now going to make Phil sexy as a fucking punishment if he wins that bet.
Anyway, how can we make it happen? We got to hit the members goal of 575 members by the end of December. Now, there was about a 100-member bomb from email about a week ago. And that's how we actually hit the members goal for November and locked into the Christmas event. So we basically have until right around Christmas, okay, to actually hit the members goal. Roughly, right around Christmas time is how long we have. So that means this month, if you consider becoming a member, renewing a membership that you had that might have lapsed, or possibly spreading the love, the vibe of the holiday season, the season of giving, maybe you'd like to gift a membership or drop a member bomb on the channel to help out your fellow viewer, right? 'Tis the season. And people are ready and willing to accept memberships, because at one point we had over 1,000. So we got about 600 people waiting in the wings ready to
And most of them are fucking bots.
accept gifted memberships. So there you go. We have 575 members. Viewer's choice is happening. You guys will immediately be set up to start nominating games. Or not immediately, but you will be set up this month to start nominating games for the event. And the event would likely start taking place in January. Okay? Now, if this ends up being a very generous season, which typically, historically, December is. Usually December is the month when I get some of, if not the most, gifted memberships or subs. If you remember, December was the month when many years ago...
No fucking pressure, audience, you know, but December's meant to really give them fucking, you know, no fucking pressure on the audience at all, you know, but just hint, in the past, I've had a lot of fucking great support, more so than fucking usual, so I'm going to be fucking begging harder than usual, expecting more than usual, because it's fucking December, it's Christmas time, and that means I get everything and you guys get fuck all.
Go. Emerald 7. Just bombed the living crap out of my Twitch channel.
Holy shit, he's actually fucking naming this fucking people that used to fucking come by and bombs, like did member bombs and fucking give them so much money.
This ends up being a very generous season, which typically, historically, December is. Usually December is the month when I get some of, if not the most, gifted memberships or subs. If you remember, December was the month when many years ago, Emerald 7 just bombed the living crap out of my Twitch channel. And I think at that point we had like 1,200, 1,300 subs or something like that. Usually, December is the month of generosity. If we end up hitting this relatively early, and now it's like, wow, we already hit the goal. Well, now, there will be a Tier 2 goal, all right? And it will be reasonably reachable. Only 50 more members, okay? So, if we hit the Tier 1 goal and we hit a Tier 2, all right, what will the Tier 2 be? Well, it'll be a React event, where we set up an event for me to react to something. What would it be? I have no idea. I feel like we get ahead of ourselves. Let's at least the Tier 1 goal before we worry too much about the Tier 2. But I know you guys have loved the React events, you know, and I want to do another one, but it seems like viewer's choice has been, you know, in the wings waiting to happen for a while, because we haven't done it in quite a long time. So I figure let's do that first, and then once that's done, then boom, we'll do a new DSP reacts of something. What? I don't know. Here we go. Magic 8 Ball. If we hit... Oh, here we go. First of all, Magic 8 Ball, will we hit the members goal for the month? Ask
This is so fucking disgusting.
again later.
This is a fucking disgusting thing to fucking... Wow. This is so fucking disgusting. Am I going to get so much fucking money this fucking month, this fucking December? You know, what the fuck, man? This is so fucking horrible. Why is he not fucking aware of how much of a bad look this is for him? Why is he not so... The lack of self-awareness is incredible in Phil Burnell. Video game land, it's just a case of... So Phil was not... It's not his fucking money. This is the full fucking point, right? So, he's not the one that's spending the fucking money to hit these fucking targets, so he's not fucking aware of how much fucking money he's demanding from his audience. He just wants a lot of fucking money, you know, immediately, as soon as fucking possible. Black Mike says I really burned that mask in a trash can at his fucking point. Yeah, really, this is unbelievable. Jesus Christ. I am tempted to play some of my fucking music, my Code Black song. But I won't. It's kind of hard to fucking understand anyway.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Well, first of all, Prophet, get up you. My fucking bot called you Derek, so haha. And second of all, Kel Denson, thank you very much for super chat. It says, leave it to Phil to make a gift-giving holiday about himself. Charity doesn't exist to him. The cult of DSP is a charity in its own right. In fact, if Phil actually does begin a cult, he could technically be taxed. Isn't that a way to try and evade like fucking paying taxes if you fucking turn yourself into like some sort of charity, like some sort of religion? The cult of Phil, the religious fucking followings of Phil Burnell. You don't have to fucking pay taxes because of a religion or something. Is that a thing? Is that why some cults happen to try and avoid, like what do you call it, Scientology? Isn't that how Scientology get away with not having to fucking pay their dues because they're technically a faith or something? I don't know. I'm fucking just jibbering away at this fucking point. Christ almighty. But that's what I'm saying. The point I was trying to make is Phil is not fucking... He sees this as fucking member numbers only. He is not tying a fucking dollar value to this shit because it's not his fucking money. If Phil's fucking aware of how much fucking money... Somebody thought to ask Phil, how much money is 100 gifted members? I would like somebody to ask Phil how much money is 100 gifted members. Then ask him, is he willing to ever spend that on a streamer? Would Phil ever spend... I mean, he doesn't even gift his own audience fucking a member. Never mind 100 members, never mind 50 members, never mind 5 members. Phil doesn't gift himself any members whatsoever to try and help his audience fucking enjoy his content. I want Phil to understand how much 100 members actually is in dollar format. It's just... I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much for boring for super chat. It says, imagine only thinking of money non-stop, day and night, a way to squeeze more from your viewers. Well, that's been Phil's fucking life for the past fucking decade, pal. For the last fucking decade, that has been Phil's entire fucking existence to try and fucking squeeze as much fucking pennies from those fucking dent heads as fucking possible.
If you would like to ask the Magic 8 Ball a question, if you tip $8, you can ask it a question live on stream, and I'll ask it. And by the way, if it says ask again later, I'll do it for free. You don't have to double tap you. I'll ask it again later for free.
Well, how fucking generous are you, Phil? You're only fucking charging $8 for the fucking privilege of fucking shaking that little 8 ball anyway. In my fucking chat, people can just type the command and it'll probably answer them. Well, a whole bunch of fucking automated, random DSP style fucking commands. But yeah, you get what I'm fucking saying. There's no fucking money in this fucking chat, and it's the same. That being said, also have the 8 ball bot. So you can also enjoy the fucking bot and that being said, streams. Barrett L says, fingers crossed for a Fallout 3 playthrough, and he comes across the Republic of Dave. I've never played Fallout 3. I have been tempted. I have finished playing Fallout 4 a few times now. I do like the game. You know, it's a nice game. There's also different fucking ways you can go about it and play the game. I have been tempted to try and get either Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas later on. It feels weird going backwards, though, if that makes sense. You know, you think the fucking later games would be the more advanced games, but I have heard New Vegas is apparently fucking amazing. Yeah, New Vegas is apparently fantastic. I've heard so many good things about New Vegas. So yeah, okay. I'm sold in. I'm gonna get New Vegas in. Not right fucking now, but soon. I'll get New Vegas very soon. Yeah, but by the way, guys, did you know where Phil's keeping 8 ball? The 8 ball does not live on Phil's table anymore. The 8 ball lives in Phil's cup holder on his chair. You might see him put it back there.
And there is a Magic 8 Ball animation that will also play for exactly an $8 tip. Okay? Alright, it's later. Magic 8 Ball, will I hit the members goal for the month of December? Don't count on it, you fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck Phil.
Alright, anyway.
Oh, yeah, he actually fucking put it away. He actually fucking leaned across the way and fucking put it. So it must be. Usually that fucking 8-ball lives on his fucking chair. I've seen it there before. It was there every fucking day. But in this fucking case, I guess he's so fed up with that 8-ball he wants it fucking out of reach for now. At least not fucking too close to himself. I want to see that one more fucking time. That wee fucking disappointed face where the 8-ball didn't agree with him.
Don't count on it, you fucking...
That fucking anger. That wee angry face. Hang on. Hold on. There you go. There's the face. The face of bitter fucking misery. My 8-ball didn't agree with me, so I threw it away. Salted ham, says Barrels. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, it's almost a black begging shirt video. It's just very faintly you can see Resident Evil on his shirt. Please, sir, slow down the flabby jowls jiggling, says Chris Thanks. I mean, do we have jiggly?
Magic 8-ball.
Oh, this. Okay, I see what you mean. I see it. This is a jiggling. Hold on.
Well, animation that will also play for exactly an $8 tip. Okay.
Okay, hold on. 0.25.
Alright, later. Magic 8-ball. Will I hit the members goal for the month of December?
There we go. The jiggling face. One more fucking time. Slightly faster.
Members goal for the month of December.
Jesus Christ, man. Oh my fucking god. Okay, let's just go back to 1.25 so we can get away from that fucking madness.
Don't count on it, you fucking piece of shit. Alright, anyway. That's what I got for today, guys. There's no, like I said, there's no real game news. If you want me to talk about Kanye West ranting about how he loves Hitler and he fucking posts swastikas up on his Twitter and gets banned, we could do that, but I think it's a waste of time because everyone knew Kanye West was a fucking empty-headed dunderhead anyway. So, it's really about all anyone's talking about on the internet. It's a pretty dead day. So, instead, let's do a couple shout-outs, and then we'll maybe do a little bit of Q&A, and then we'll get started with the game.
Did Phil actually say Twitter?
Game news. If you want me to talk about Kanye West ranting about how he loves Hitler and he fucking posts swastikas up on his Twitter.
Oh yeah, he did say Twitter. Okay, man, that's a good shout. So there we go. Also, is that really hateful slurs?
It's banned. We could do that, but I think it's a waste of time because everyone knew Kanye West was a fucking empty-headed dunderhead.
An empty-headed dunderhead, is that enough? Is that enough of a hateful slur to be considered a hateful slur? An empty-headed dunderhead. It's like a fucking playground insult. That's the kind of shit fucking kids might fucking say to one another at a fucking playground. I don't know, a lot of people want my ticket. Is it? Okay, fine, I'll take it. Fine, I'll take it. I think it's weak, personally, but I'll take it, and that is another bingo.
So, it's really about all anyone's talking about on the internet. It's a pretty dead day. So, instead, let's do a couple shout-outs, and then we'll maybe do a little bit of Q&A, and then we'll get started with the game. Hoi! We start off today with Jared Walsh, who's re-upped his membership. Thank you so much, Jared, for your support of the channel. I really appreciate that. Orinks re-upped his membership for 6 months in a row. Thank you, Orinks. I appreciate that very much. A big, bumbling black man. To the Super Chat, he says, stream goal to name the penguin behind you. We never named him. No, we didn't, right? This is Snowball. We actually never named the deer either. But Snowball we have a name for. So we have the golden deer. We never named him. We never named the penguin, the winter penguin from last year. Over here, we did name Chestnut. We named Chestnut many years ago. So Chestnut has a name. Hey, if you guys want a name, I don't care. Yeah, go ahead. Go right ahead. No, we're not going to be crazy and be like, you have to do a giant amount of money to do it. That's ridiculous. What do you guys think? How should we do it?
Man who fucking wants 150 fucking members to do some random fucking stream is not going to go fucking crazy and say you need to fucking have a huge amount of fucking money to fucking name the goddamn thing. Look at his wee smell fucking light up to fucking think of the idea as to fucking how much money he can squeeze out of fucking from this idea. Name a fucking random ornament behind him that'll fucking be gone by the fucking time January comes. And he's like, oh, how much fucking money can I get from these morons for fucking doing this shit? Like, just fucking call it some sort of stupid fucking thing. Call it, I don't know, Pingu. Call it fucking Pingu. It's a classic penguin name. Fucking Pingu the Penguin. Shout out to fucking Pingu. Great fucking penguin.
I don't know. Anyway, you guys tell me about what you think you want to do. But let me get the big bubbling black man on the leaderboard, and there's no way I'm going to put that ginormous name on there. So, a big bumbling black man. There you go. Boom. Okay. Now.
Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, Black Mage. Super Chat says, that's OIC. That name is Ludwig's Kiwi Farms account. So it's OIC basically stealing Detractor's Kiwi Farms name to Super Chat Phil on his alt. Okay. But the more you know. I don't go on Kiwi Farms too much these days. It's weird. I used to fucking go now every other day essentially to try and get my, just keep tabs on all the things that are happening to Detractor related. I don't actually do a huge amount these days. It's kind of, Discord's kind of taken over from that kind of, Also, there's a lot of different Discord groups, whatever, it's like that being said, I've got their own one and whatever else, you know what I mean? But it's one of those things where I keep tabs kind of mainly on Discord with Detractor shenanigans these days. I still go on Kiwi Farms then again, you know what I mean? It's just, and I think Kiwi Farms, when it comes to DSP stuff, I think Kiwi Farms is still a very valuable resource. I know a lot of people kind of don't like Kiwi Farms too much, and I've never understood why. Because they are all about trying to get the most accurate information out there possible. You know what I mean? They don't like false information, they don't like fake information, they don't like fucking, random ops. They always try and discourage touching the poop. You know what I'm saying? So they're always very much against these kind of things, which are kind of, which is but I don't go further afield. And Kiwi Farms, well, I know some parts of Kiwi Farms I have no interest in seeing. You know what I'm saying? I just stick to my lane, I just stick to what I know, I just stick to the DSP section of Kiwi Farms because that's all I'm focused on, essentially. So yeah.
Now, on the tips side of things, oh wait a minute, hold on. Astronaut. What a name. Re-up his membership for 2 months. He says, do I ever miss living in Connecticut? Okay, there's very few things I miss about living in Connecticut. Thing number one, living close to my parents. I did enjoy seeing them, at least once a week for dinner. I liked going over their house for the holidays, like Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas, and hanging out with them a little bit.
He basically just misses his fucking mother's food and his cooking. It's nothing to do with fucking the people, and the personalities and the fucking love and the feel. No, food. Food. Also, this is family talk. Good shout, yeah, that's definitely family talk, which is another bingo. Fantastic. That's an excellent fucking point from Heather. He lived near them. He lived so fucking close to them, and he only went to see them once a fucking week. That's an excellent fucking point, Heather. And that once a week fucking visit was always about dinner. Always about food. Phil went to see them specifically so he could get fed. Or he went to them during the fucking holidays so he could get fed even more than usual. That was the only purpose, the only reason why Phil fucking stayed in their fucking life, so he could fucking enjoy someone making the fucking food for him and fattening them up and feeding them.
And watching some Christmas stuff and listening to music and sharing gifts and things like that. That was very nice around the holidays, I will admit that. And there was a zoo, Bearsley Zoo, that was literally blocks away from where I live. It was easy to drive to. It was fun to go there at least once a year. And the food. And the food, what I mean specifically, is the Italian food. They had ridiculously good Italian food in Connecticut, and it was all local places that were actually run by Italian cooks who had authentic recipes that they had brought over from their families, and it were really good food. Pizza, pasta, etc. All really good authentic stuff. And also some American fare. Like there was some really good local places, like local chains. Like there was a Tomlinson's restaurant that had some really good American style food, like sandwiches and stuff. There was a Duchess chain, which had not only burgers but also did other kind of meals, breakfast sandwiches, really good fresh stuff. And I do miss that. They don't really have that kind of stuff out here, honestly. Out here, it's a lot of Asian food, which is good, by the way. I love the Asian food out here. Indian food, Mediterranean food. Basically, I've gotten a lot of exposure. Oh, Hawaiian food is huge out here, which is delicious. I never had Hawaiian food before, and just recently in the last year I did. I was like, wow, Hawaiian food's really good. But basically, it's different out here. Pacific Northwest, a lot of Asian culture. Why? Because this is the entry point of the United States to the Asian, countries, the Asian continent, right? That's how they get into the United States. This is the hub. This is the airport.
I mean, traditionally, fucking long ago, before your fucking airplanes and that shit, there was a way you got the ferry from China to San Francisco. I think it was. So I think that's right. Maybe not China. I don't know if it is actually China. Maybe Japan actually. I'm trying to think of the fucking route between. I think they came in at San Francisco, but I'm trying to think where it departed from the Asia side. But you get what I'm saying, though. That was kind of they had these kind of big fucking transatlantic fucking crossings, big ferries, whatever, or even Pacific crossings, not transatlantic, trans-Pacific crossings. And they had multiple points, yeah, but the one I'm thinking of. So I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm trying to pretend to know what I'm fucking talking about. I'm basing this fucking knowledge, this fucking random shit I'm spouting. I'm basing this off of fucking Around the World in 80 Days. Around the World in 80 Days, and not the Jackie Chan movie, the book, the original fucking book. There's an actual fucking book. It's based on a fucking book, and it's a good read. I would highly recommend giving it a good read. It's a decent wee read. Around the World in 80 Days, and I'm trying to remember details of that, but I can't mind exactly where.
They fly into the Seattle airport, SeaTac. So all those cultures, as they came to the United States, a lot of them just settled right here and just laid out businesses, and that's why we get that here. There's really no authentic Italian at all. There's almost no American fare food here. If there is, like a chain, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on, Phil. This is the perfect chance for you to say variety. If Phil says variety, there's a triple bingo right there.
So that's definitely one other thing. So I would say my parents, the zoo, and the food. Outside of that,
fuck you, John Rambo. I don't miss you anymore, even though I do regret not being your friend anymore.
There's literally not a thing I miss about Connecticut. I mean it. Like, when I started getting older, I didn't care about going to New York City anymore. I've been there, done that, been there a million times. I don't care about going there. That's like one of the main attractions of people who live in Connecticut. They're like, oh, I can just jump on a quick 90-minute train, and I could, get to New York City. Well, good for you. I don't really care about going to New York City. I've been there, done that a million times. It's not so special to me anymore.
I'm not lying. I would fucking love going to New York City. When I was a child, I went on a family holiday to Los Angeles, and it involved also, enjoying LA, enjoying Disney. I went to San Francisco as well, with a week day trip down to like Mexico City, and the Golden Gate Bridge. I loved doing all. I was so young at the time, but I still really enjoyed that. But I would love doing fucking things like New York.
Yeah, money, oh, money, yeah, money.
Thank you very much to Black Mage for Super Chat. It says Chinatown is like 25% of San Francisco. Huge Asian population. Yeah, I'm not entirely surprised, but that whatsoever. I'm not really shocked by that at all. It's the same with a lot of different places here. The west coast of Scotland has a lot of Irish influence because a lot of the Irish came over, years. Sorry, this is like fucking centuries ago, practically. Fucking so many years ago. But the famine, Ireland had a fucking thing happen with the famine. Where a lot of people fled Ireland because there was a big famine, so they had to flee to try and fucking prosper elsewhere. And also, to the right of Ireland is the United Kingdom, and Scotland and England and also Wales as well. But the west coasts of these countries, especially Scotland, and the west coast of Scotland has a strong Irish influence, myself included. My name has Irish roots. I'm not going to tell you that, but there you go. But yeah, you get what I'm saying though. And I am part Irish myself in blood. I'm mainly Scottish, but I'm part Irish. So yeah. But I'm not surprised. I know it's the same kind of thing for America, where it was like they had this kind of Asian influence with people going from these Asian countries to the Americas or whatever. Especially when America was like growing and prospering, there was so much encouragement and everything else.
I've been here a million times. Outside of that.
But yeah, as I said, I would love doing New York. Mainly, that's what I'm saying. Is it weird that I want to go to New York and I want to go to Chicago mainly for pizza? Is it weird that? I don't know. I think it's kind of weird that I want to really enjoy these kind of places. Also, I want to enjoy being a tourist in these places. But at the same time, I've heard so many good things about some of the food as well. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I want to go.
The weather's terrible. The taxes are sky high to live there. It's way overpopulated. Yes, I should mention this. Even me living in a major state like Washington State, it was like double the population in Connecticut. Just driving around on a normal day, you're always bumper to bumper, waiting in traffic to go anywhere. It's like, what the fuck is this? People are packed in like sardines and shit everywhere you go. It's like, what the fuck is happening? Out here, there's way more space to live, and just in general. It's much nicer. So, there you have it. So there you go. That's my honest answer to you, Astro Noah. Okay. Jai Wan did a super chat. He says, are you going to be playing on easy? No, we're going to go, whatever the default is, that's what I play on. Always, right? Almost never have I ever played a game on easy. I couldn't even tell you. Maybe once, twice. Very rarely would I ever downgrade a game to easy. But I will tell you this. If I pick the game on normal difficulty, which I will, and you come on my stream, and you start spouting nonsense saying that I'm playing on easy, it's just an instant ban. There's no room for joking. It's stupidity. Because people over the years have made it a meme to
Oh
basically.
my god, I fucking love the fucking bitterness already, man. Just straight away, it's fucking laying the foundations. You guys, don't you fucking dare pretend I'm playing on easy. That's an instant ban. I'm not going to tolerate you guys pretending that I'm playing on easy. Fuck off, Phil. You're fucking fragile little bitch, or you are. You are such a fragile little bitch.
Claim that I'm like the worst gamer on the planet. False. To say that I always play games on easy. False. I never play games on easy. That never happens. Okay? And at this point, it's not even a joke anymore. It's an insult. People come here to try to discredit everything I ever do in games. So even though there's games that I've played that people were shocked that I did so well, right? Oh, no one will ever know because everyone on the internet memes that Phil just plays on easy and fucks about and sucks anyway. So fuck you. From now on, there's no more of that shit. You want to call me a Grinch for this reason? Go right ahead. You say I'm playing on easy and I'm not, you're instantly banned and you're never coming back. I don't give two fucks about you. If you want to be here and be a negative, toxic influence on my content, you're out. No more of this bullshit. No more putting up with your nonsense. It's become so over-the-top slanderous to say that Phil's like the worst gamer. No, I'm not, okay? I was watching people play God of War Ragnarok. They lost on the first fucking boss, the bear. They couldn't beat the fucking bear. One person lost so many times, they had to edit it out. Yeah, I'm the worst gamer. Fuck you. There's people out there who have 10 times the viewership, make 10 times the amount of money that I make, and they suck. I'm not putting up with your bullshit anymore. You want to talk shit? Get the fuck out. That's my fucking opinion at this point and my attitude. I'm not going to be slandered by idiots saying nonsense on my streams.
That rant was fucking delightful. That is what's going to get clipped. That is the one clippable rant that I assume Moist Critical will react to next.
And by the way, I'm not saying that I'm a great gamer. I'm not. Okay? I'm just not. I know I'm not. But I'm not the worst. And people want to make that joke, fuck off, get out. There you go. Okay, the Dirty Troll did a super chat, says Massimo's is easily the best pizza spot in Bridgeport. Massimo's is a good Italian restaurant. They have a lot of good authentic stuff. Their pizza is pretty good. Personally, I prefer Vinny's, but that's because Vinny's was literally 10 minutes, not even away from my parents' house, right down the street. And I think that Vinny's is like the synonymous East Coast Italian pizza to me. That doesn't mean that Massimo's is not good, because Massimo's is damn good. They have great food there, really authentic stuff you can get. So I absolutely recommend Massimo's in Connecticut. Very good place to eat. I hear you on that one, the Dirty Troll. Okay. By the way, Baby Man Gaming says, will you consider gifting subs to your viewers during the holiday season? You can't. There's no ability for a streamer to gift memberships. It doesn't exist. If I go to the menu, there's no gifted memberships option for me because I'm the streamer. There's no way for a streamer to do that.
That is incorrect.
Yeah. I looked into it because people were asking me about it last year, actually. And it doesn't exist. Here, I'll double check. Is this it right here? Where is it? Oh, I don't even have it. Yeah, I don't even have the menu to do it. It's not even there anymore. It's funny as it used to be there. They removed it in the last year. Yeah, it's not there at all. There's no menu for me to even look at super chats or gifted memberships. They remove it from the streamer's chat window. So I wouldn't even be able to open it to look at. Yeah, it's not in either version. It's not on my desktop here, my dashboard, and it's also not over here on my laptop. So Jaiwan, I don't know what you're saying. He says, did you play it on easy mode? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're an idiot. Shia has just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Shia. Let's see who gets them. Who will get these 5 memberships? Thank you. Happy holidays, Shia. Thank you for the support. And then he re-upped his own membership and says, spreading the love. Merry Christmas. So I Am Destruction, Argos, Frog, Pimp Chad, and Mullick just got gifted. Is it Mullick or Mutlick or Muilik? I don't know. We all just got gifted memberships. Congrats. In fact, let's see where we are. By the way, there's tips to shout out too. But let's see where we are with memberships right now. Let's double check and update the total because we're going to need to update this total and have a running total for the month now as we advance towards our goal. Thank you, Shia, for a nice, good start here. We are now at 479 members. So let's update that total. Very good. Okay. Very good. Now, oh, by the way, Sherry says, is there a Christmas emoji for members? Sadly, there's not. And the reason that there's no Christmas emoji is very simple. All right. On YouTube, here's how it works. Okay. On YouTube, when you earn an emote slot for having a certain amount of members, that emote slot is reserved for you. All right. As long as you have that number of members. However, if you dip below the qualifying number of members on your channel and you don't have an emote in the slot, you lose the slot. That sucks. On Twitch, it's different. On Twitch, once you've earned that slot, you permanently keep that slot. So I remember many years ago, Emerald 7 gifted a ridiculous, like 700, 800 fucking subs. It was insane. So we had like 1,300 subs on the channel, and I earned like 20, 30 emote slots, and we kept those forever. They never went away, all right? But then for some weird reason, On YouTube, they did it different.
Is that hand graphs? Damien Anderson is trying to say that's hand graphs.
As long as... By the way, Sherry says it's simple. On YouTube, for you, below the qualifying number of members on your channel.
So is it here, hand graphs
And
here?
you don't have an emote in the slot, you lose the slot. That sucks. On Twitch, it's different. On Twitch, once you've earned that slot, you permanently keep that slot. So I remember many years ago, Emerald 7 gifted a ridiculous, like 700, 800 fucking subs. It was insane. So we had like 1,300 subs on the channel, and I earned like 20, 30 emote slots, and we kept those forever. They never went away, all right? But then for some weird reason, on YouTube, they did it differently, okay?
That's not even close to hand graphs. No.
If you lose it, and you basically, you lose the slot.
I'm very distracted, by the way, by Phil's, you know, from our perspective, his right-hand side, because his other leg is jiggling.
You have an emote in there. So the moment that we got all those gifted memberships last month from Team Myco Gamer, I immediately added a ton of emotes, okay? So all those emote slots are taken. If right now we're at 400 some members, we were over...
See the right-hand side, his arms like jiggling, he has like... So I think Phil sits with, like, you know, one leg on top of his other leg, if that makes sense. Like, he'll have like one leg on the ground like normal, and he'll have like his other leg like up the way, and like, his foot resting on the top of his leg. And he's just jiggling away. You can tell he's jiggling away. If you look at the right hand side here, it's probably easier if I can see it on fucking full screen, but this is what's distracting me right now. This fucking right here.
You have an emote in there. So the moment that we got all those gifted memberships last month from Team Myco Gamer, I immediately added a ton of emotes, okay? So all those emote slots are taken. If right now we're at 400 some members, we were over 1,000. So that means that's like 6, 7 emote slots missing. If right now, let's say I wanted
it's still jiggling, it just keeps jiggling.
to switch out an emote for me in a holiday hat or a big Christmas Santa beard, right? I couldn't do it. If I hit, you know, remove emote and then re-add, if you hit remove, the whole slot disappears. Yeah, it's shit. I hate that they do it that way. I would love to add in a few seasonal emotes and then, you know, remove them after the season's
Oh, Christ, that sounds terrible. Barrett Wells says, I sat next to a big dude in college, it bounced his leg and it shook the row of dicks. Fucking hell, man. Bringing down the fucking house. And Pam Thor says, this is his pignosis. Yeah, of course, it's his fucking pignosis.
over and put in normal ones, but unless we retain the level of memberships that we had to earn them, we lose them. So we're stuck. I agree with you, Sherry. I would love. We used to do that on Twitch. We used to have, you know, Halloween and then Christmas emotes, and now we can't really do that on YouTube because the way that they did it, they changed it. Or not really changed it, but they didn't emulate what Twitch did. Why? I have no clue. YouTube could easily do exactly what Twitch does and have the same features. They just don't bother, you know. Keep in mind, I should emphasize this. Over a year ago, YouTube promised all these improvements and changes to streaming that were coming. One of the things they promised was to have new abilities to have moderators check chat logs, check on the identity of people who are chatting, look at IPs and IP ban people who are repeat offenders. Literally, this was a year to year and a half ago. YouTube did none of that. They lied. They just didn't care. They implemented a few quick things, including gifted memberships, which was nice. And once they implemented a few small handful of changes, they dipped out of here and acted like streaming doesn't exist. And they haven't talked about it since. So that's how YouTube operates. They get all these big lofty ideas, and then they go, whoop, they get the fuck out of there. And, you know, where does YouTube announce the changes? They usually do like a blog post. By the way, almost no one reads their blogs, but they do blog posts and other things to announce upcoming changes, and then they never adhere to them. It's pretty sad. At least I'm happy we got the gifted memberships, because that has definitely helped the channel over the course of the year. But still, you know, all these other things we could be doing, you know, sucks. No. Boy, people are being stupid. They're like, look at IP. No. Basically, there's a major problem here on YouTube where people can easily make new accounts or clone accounts, come in with a ton of bot accounts on the same IP address, and fuck around with channels. So what YouTube was suggesting was that if you IP ban someone, you don't get to see their IP. But let's say you have someone who knows an asshole, a repeat offender. Just IP ban, and now they can never make another new account or even come in on one of their clone bot accounts.
Well, that actually would hurt you so badly, because a lot of your fucking biggest benefactors do have multiple accounts that support you across a variety of them. That would hurt you greatly if this change got implemented. Be careful what you fucking wish for, pal.
They're just gone for good. But they never implemented it. They claimed they were going to do it. It never happened. Just another situation where they dropped the ball, you know. Sergio Lopez re-upped his membership for 9 months. As Phil, I love your Black Friday ads videos. Me too. That React event was so good that we're planning on doing another one possibly for February for a Super Bowl React event where I react to Super Bowl ads. I dress up in a football jersey and maybe like eat Super Bowl style snacks, and we do basically Super Bowl related things. That's actually what we're planning on doing possibly for February, so we'll see. Okay, let's get to tips. Our first tip of the day is a $20 tip from the Dutch Brothers. He says, have fun in Callisto and happy holidays. A new Streets of Rage will be coming out. Might be a good Let's Play. Well, we'll send another care package soon. Later. Thank you to the Dutch brothers. Very nice of you. You guys have sent me a lot of nice things in those care packages that have turned into things that are frequently used on the streams. They've sent me things that actually helped out, like my cat. Like Jasper, to this day, he's still playing with the toys, and he actually has this catnip that they sent that he loves, that we're giving to him slowly. So, thank you so much to the Dutch brothers. Happy holidays to you and yours. Thank you for the support of the streams. Thanks for the care packages, okay? Now, some of you might be listening and saying, care package, what the hell? If you are ever interested in sending me something, okay? You can, but you need to run it by me first. And here's why, all right? Please understand. By the way, let's play a nice animation for the Dutch brothers before we continue on here. Now, did that play? It did. Okay, cool. Here's the deal, all right? I'm happy to accept any kind of donations or gifts from you guys, especially now it's the holidays. People say, hey, can I send something or whatever? But you got to understand something. Along with the well-intended people and the well-intentioned viewers and fans out there, there are some malicious scumbags who have done some really nasty things to myself and my family members over the years. It's gotten to the point that it got so bad at one point that I had to institute a policy where if I just get a package out of the blue and I didn't know it was coming and I didn't have a previous discussion with someone about it, it goes right in the trash. Okay? You don't want to know why I had to institute that, but yeah, it got really bad. Okay?
Money,
So,
money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much, a Prophet, for a super chat. He says, double Dutch rudder brothers to the rescue. Double Dutch rudder. The rudder brothers. What the fuck? Rudder. It sounds good. It sounds funny if I can say it anyway. Double Dutch rudder brothers to the rescue. It's bizarre that Phil can't start. This is no longer just a fucking care pack. This is like some sort of thing where Phil relies on these things now. It's no longer just a fucking thing of, I'm going to send my favourite content creator a little thing just to fucking say, hey, thanks for your shit. Nah. It's getting to the point where it's like, it's not some sort of thing of, here's me showing my appreciation of you. It's like, no, the Dutch brothers are fucking responsible for severely upgrading and maintaining Phil's fucking entertainment value on streams. I bet you're going to fucking sit. I would not. Honestly, I would not be shocked here. I would not be surprised if they fucking sent him like a brand new PC. I can actually imagine it happening.
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money.
First of all, thank you very much to Barrett Wills for super chat. It says Derek sent Phil a stiff sock. That's fucking nasty. And also, Prophet, so is a Dutch rudder. So yeah. And yeah, Jesus Christ, Derek sent Phil a stiff sock. He sent him a special sock. Jesus Christ. Also, thank you very much to Quiz Direct for super chat. It says, I don't know why he's so accepting of care packages, but someone asking a wish list is deemed too personal for Phil when he get wonders for. Phil used to have an Amazon wish list. He used to have this, but I think he stopped using it. I'm not sure. He absolutely did have an Amazon wish list though, and he always promoted that shit. So, but I don't know why Phil actually stopped using that, or stopped promoting that, or stopped highlighting that. I'm not entirely sure. But Phil's Amazon wish list was certainly a thing back in the fucking day. I recall that vividly.
so that being said, if you're interested this holiday season, maybe sending me something, email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com. We'll chat back and forth a little bit about it. And as long as it's something that seems I'm interested in, I'll let you know. But the thing is, if people just send me stuff willy-nilly, like I'll give you an example. All right, I'll give you a really good example. Over the summer, we had someone who donated a few things for the streams. If you remember, behind me, we had a Casey Jones action figure, we had a big Wolverine figure, and those were added to my setup for the streams. That was really nice. That was actually thoughtful. It was, in case in point, I was playing Ninja Turtles game over the summer. I said Casey Jones was my favorite character. Someone sends me a Casey Jones action figure. Cool. Add it to the setup, right? Everyone knows the Wolverine action figure story. Cool. Add it to the setup. All of a sudden, I'm not even kidding you, a bunch of people started sending me action figures. I'm like, now wait a minute. I never said I was accepting these. I never asked for them. And by the way, they were unrelated to anything. It wasn't even like people were saying, oh, here's a bunch of action figures for stuff you're doing. It was like, here's a box of action figures. Like, wait, what is this? What am I going to do with this? I don't need this. I never asked for it, you see? So that's where you got to get careful about it. You don't want people just sending you stuff willy-nilly to your house. You don't know what it is. And they end up with a bunch of stuff you can't use as junk. And you feel bad. Like, well, someone had thought to send this to me, but what am I supposed to do with it, right? So, please know, please do not just send me stuff, all right? If you're interested, you can email me, darksidephil@hotmail.com.
It's almost as if your fucking constant daily fucking begging over yours has fucking consequences that your fans fucking think you need to be sent them stuff. It's almost as if you're fucking always telling them you fucking missed out on this, you missed out on that, you fucking act so fucking bitter and salty and depressed about these fucking things, not having these fucking things in your fucking life. It's almost as if your fans are feeling sorry for you because you're constantly fucking spinning them some sort of sob story and they're trying to make you fucking feel better.
Let's talk about it ahead of time. Sometimes during this time of year, people do send me like gift packages, you know, which is very nice. Dutch Brothers, thank you so much for what you've already did this year. If you're interested in helping out the streams, but you don't necessarily want to like directly donate to the streams, you can always check out my Amazon wish list by typing !wish list into the chat. I think what's on there is a few gift cards. I don't know if they're all on there.
Hey, fucking go, I told you. He doesn't fucking mention it a whole lot, but he does actually still have his Amazon wish list. There you go, Quasar X, I fucking told you so, pal. The Amazon wish list, it exists, it survives, it thrives. D-Dog says he has to make up for November where he couldn't beg for like 2 days. Yeah, Phil didn't fucking specifically beg too fucking hard. Maybe a week or so. Phil has stopped mentioning bills a whole lot. He doesn't mention the word bills as often as usual. Although I guess that will fucking change at some point this month, I guarantee you. I promise you guys, Phil is going to mention bills at some sort of point throughout this fucking month. Because his payment for November stuff is going to be so fucking miserable compared to the October payment. As demonstrated by the YouTube payment thing that's on the net revenue here. So, Phil done so well in October, okay, for YouTube stuff. He got his most successful month of the year, by far. So he enjoyed a bump of not only in tips, so throughout fucking October anyway, he got fucking great tips and supporting tips and just that's immediate gratification throughout October. And this $5 tier, $5.5 came to him in November. 21st November, Phil got his fucking money, he's happy as fucking Larry, and he paid all his fucking bills and all that shit immediately with his YouTube payment apparently. Look at the November payment though. That's the worst his YouTube's ever fucking done. Phil's only going to be getting he's going to be getting less than $4,000 days before fucking Christmas. And his tips wasn't fucking amazing either. It's $4,500 in tips is not too bad for Phil, it's average. But usually he's got like, you know, but to be fair, August was actually pretty bad as well for YouTube side things, now I think about it. But you get what I'm saying though. Overall, really bad support from Phil throughout November. And he's got to really hope. I think Phil should really be prioritising tips. I think it would make sense of Phil to try and prioritise tips and make his audience aware that tipping would actually help him more throughout the month of December. Because he's going to be short on his YouTube payments when it comes to him on the 21st. That's just my take on it, but Phil is going to have a very rough month, it looks like, especially come towards, you know, towards the latter half of the month. And yeah, Prophet is wondering if he's defaulted in his TV payment yet. I wonder, it'd be funny as fuck if he had.
There, because I've updated that in like 2 years. But basically, if you wanted to donate any credits to any of the gaming services, Xbox Live, PlayStation Network, Nintendo Store, that would help to pay for games, you know? So by all means, if you wanted to donate, all you got to do is get one of those codes. You can get them from anywhere. You get them off Amazon, you get them off other places, and just email me the code, and I'll pop it in and be able to use that to buy games moving forward. You know, helps out with other things too, like you know, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription, stuff like that. Yeah, I'd absolutely be, you know, accepting of that kind of stuff. That's easy. That one you don't have to send to my house. Just email me the code. Boom, done. Okay. So these are all great ways to help. All right. Thank you so much for being generous in this holiday season, and thank you to anyone who thinks about it. Thank you to the Dutch Brothers. And all right, continuing on. Let's see here. I think that's it actually. So there's that there. All right. So what we'll do, guys, I don't know if we're gonna do this for the entirety, like another half an hour or not. Let's just do a little bit of Q&A. If you guys are interested, tag me in the stream chat. And ask me a question. I'll let you know my answer if it's a good question. If not, I'll ignore you completely in the spirit of the holidays. And we'll do a little bit of this, but then we'll get to gameplay soon. I promise you. We're not going to do this forever. All right. I've done all the shout outs. Yes, we did. So good. Best and worst Yakuza game. I mean, honestly, the best one to me is Yakuza 7 because it's turn-based RPG, which is my, you know, my favorite kind of style of RPG. And I loved it, absolutely. But it was very different from all the other Yakuza games. If you're talking core Yakuza, probably Yakuza 4, the first one where you could alternate between 4 characters. Worst? I don't know. I think I think I was playing Yakuza 1, Kiwami, and I didn't like it that much because it felt outdated, even though the graphics were better. But I don't know. I don't know if there's necessarily a worst. Email says, what was the price on the shirt? What do you mean, emo? This shirt? This Resident Evil shirt? I bought this a million years ago. I think it was like $20. I'm not sure what you mean. You can elaborate. Please let me know.
Oh shit, Emo's on stream. Well, I guess we fucking know what's going to come now. Emo's either going to give a massive tip or a massive member bomb to maybe get Phil towards his fucking goal already.
I don't know what you mean by that. Favorite FromSoft game? Probably still Dark Souls 1, honestly. Can we name the penguin Pingy? Maybe. People like Pingy for the penguin's name. If I send you a code for an alternate region on PSN, will you create a new account? No. It has to be something that'll work on an American account, obviously. Or else I can't use it, right? No plans to travel next year as of now. Nope. Does Cat play Street Fighter? No, she does not. Open presents Christmas Eve or Christmas Day? Open presents Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, says Cracker Jack. What presents? What do you mean? Cracker Jacks, I'm 40 years old. I don't have any kids. I don't have any...
What about a care package, Phil? Why don't you open a care package on a Dutch Brothers on Christmas Day? That way it's like you got someone that fucking cares about you in your life that actually fucking gives you stuff. Yeah, Phil, do that. Open the care package from the Dutch Brothers on Christmas Day specifically. There's your fucking... Then you'll have something to actually open when Christmas comes.
Immediate family who live with me. The only real immediate family I have is my parents. I don't get any presents for Christmas. That's just the reality, dude. I don't get any presents for Christmas. My present on Christmas Day is to not have to stream and to be able to relax with my family and have a day with no errands running, nothing. Just wake up, have some food together, make breakfast with my wife, relax, play some games, watch some Christmas specials, maybe have a drink or two, have a nice Christmas dinner. That's my present. That's my Christmas present. That's the best present I could ask for, because I don't get that the entirety of the freaking year. When I have a day off, I have to run errands and do annoying shit. Christmas is the one day a year I don't have to do anything. I just spend meaningful time with my wife. That's literally it. So that's my Christmas present. There's nothing to open. I'm 40 years old, man. The deer should be named Horntons. Well, I mean, yeah, but we already have Horntons, the Gyarados in Pokemon. We already named them that, so I don't know about that. Do I draw or can I draw? No. When I was younger, I liked to draw, and I was pretty good at it, but I can't do it anymore. Can't. What are we buying Jasper for Christmas? Traditionally, we usually get him some kind of a special treat, and we also usually get him, like, some toys. Probably do the same this year. Emil says it was the Dark Souls shirt. Oh, the Dark Souls ugly Christmas sweater. I wish I had the picture for you guys. There is a company out there that's making...
I have it, guys. I have it. Because Phil tweeted about it. You can see it there on your screen now. Phil tweeted this last night before falling asleep in his fucking gin-addled state. Man, I want this so bad, but it is totally not worth the price and tax and shipping for just one day, lol. Dark Souls plays this on ugly Christmas sweater. Now, kind of strange for Phil to kind of falling for the advert. Usually Phil would just ignore advertisements on Twitter, and this is clearly an advertisement on Twitter. But in this case, he's fucking singing its praises. He's like, yeah, I wish I could fucking have this. I'm actually surprised that Phil did not fucking say in his tweet, man, I want this so bad, and then maybe a large size or whatever. I'm surprised I didn't drop so many fucking hints to his audience that maybe one of them would have fucking bought it for him if he fucking dropped enough fucking hints instead of fucking sizing as well. Man, I want this so bad in a large kind of size, maybe extra long sleeves or whatever, but it's totally not worth the price, aren't you guys? If only I could get it for Christmas. Hint, hint. Then tweet. And wait for his one of his fucking dent heads like the fucking Dutch power to fucking get it for him.
Christmas sweaters, and now they're out of control. You know, when I was growing up, it was a rarity to see anything that was gaming related or anything that you liked in like a shirt, because gaming, anime, none of that shit was mainstream. Today it's like mainstream shit. Okay, so there's a company out there that's doing all of these custom ugly Christmas sweaters for anime, for video games, like crazy amounts. And I was on this website last night because I actually seen a random ad hit me on Twitter for it. So I just clicked and I started looking. I was like, oh my god, like this stuff is so cool. So there's a Sunbro, praise the sun, Dark Souls ugly Christmas sweater. It's actually the Sunbro just going, praise the sun. And it looks so good. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, wow, maybe I'd like to get this because that would be really cool for the Christmas marathon, right? So I look at it, just listen to this. $55 just for the sweater. Okay? Then tax here in Washington State, that's 11%. So it would be like another $5.50 tax. So you're talking over $60 just for the sweater. And then in order to get it for Christmas, you have to pay for the rush shipping. So essentially, after tax and shipping, this is like $80 to $90 for this fucking sweater. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, no, I want it, but that's ridiculous. Like, maybe that's something to get later on in the year. Maybe it'll be cheaper later in the year when it's not Christmas. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you can get that in like April and they have it like half price. because no one wants it for April. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm not spending. And by the way, I will make this clear, email, because I don't want to spend that much money on it. All right? Because it sounds like, I don't know why you're asking, but you've been a very generous person. Maybe you think, oh, I'll donate some money so Phil can buy the sweater. I don't want to spend $80, $90 on a sweater. There's way more important things I could spend $80, $90 on than a sweater. All right? I mean, I like the sweater, but Jesus, that's too expensive for me to be spending that kind of money on. All right? So please, I want to make that clear. Do not, oh, I'll send you some money to donate so you can buy the sweater. No, I'm not spending, that's a nice thing, I guess, for people who have a ton of money to blow. I'm not spending that kind of money on it.
Because we all know damn well, we know what Phil would rather spend his fucking money on. I'm just going to randomly fucking play this. I made a wee thing. It's not really going to see a light of day, at least not in this form, but I made a wee thing. Once again, Phil is late to his own stream, as he stayed up late the night before as is a common theme. He's addicted to that game, spending every nickel and dime, but as far as Phil's concerned, it's always WWE Champion's time. But these bigger YouTubers believe in what detractors claim and how he's spending thousands every month for mobile gacha gaming, so he wants to change his script, stop detractors who have clipped all his toxic salty moments when he raged at chat and slept. Is eager for a bathroom break to sit on his throne, but
oh no!
has a groan as he opens up his phone, following more on the rankings of the latest game event. Time to open up his wallet, this is where his money's spent. But he's eager for a bigger stage to set his story straight, wants to debunk all detractor claims against the King of Fate, but he's trying to deceive, thinking everyone's naive, hoping you will not perceive it till that he will conceive. That's all I'll play of it. There's actually more of it, you know what I mean? But what you heard there is not really going to see light of day anyway, so I thought I'd just share that. Phil is spending most of that money on WWE Champions, that is primarily where he wants to blow the fucking money. Not on some dumbass Christmas jumper, which is you might get a fucking lot of years out of every fucking Christmas and get happy memories off. No. He's on that fucking wrestling JPEG shit. What's the instrumental? Give me a second, I'll tell you guys. I actually have a fucking link for you, 2 seconds. I might have a link for you guys for the instrumental part. Give me a second. If you just bear with me, I will get you a link for the instrumental only. Is this it here? 2 seconds, let me just check. Yeah, this is it here. So, let me send you this link here. That is the instrumental only. There you go. So that's there you go. So there you go. Good stuff, right. Anyway, back to bingo. Just thought I'd derail things just to fucking inflict that fucking mad dumbass fucking, you know, random nonsense on you guys. But there you go.
Shit, you know. Just think about it. For that amount of money, I could get 2 or 3 kinds of liquor to drink on the holiday stream. And that'd be way more interesting than just see me wear the sweater for a minute, right? Okay. Jay says, I don't know if you think you'll love this game or not. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I see these mixed reactions to it, so we'll see for ourselves today. Would I be interested in playing an old game like Fallout 2? Maybe. Again, I've heard good things about Fallout 1 and 2, but I've heard they're insanely different from Fallout 3 and onward, which is what I've played. And also, they've never been on consoles, right? So, I really don't have access to them. No, I don't read books, Big Papa Phil. I don't have free time. Like, you know, to use some example. Today, I finish my stream, I upload. I go downstairs, I eat dinner with my wife. I'm going to call my parents for the week, which is probably about a half-an-hour conversation. I've got maybe 20 minutes to sit there and just, like, relax. And then I'm back up here for the stream, and we're streaming, or uploading. And then after that, what do? We go downstairs. Okay, it's nighttime, time to unwind. Maybe watch a little bit of X-Files. Maybe watch a little bit of someone playing God of War, if you know, someone who's, you know, who watch up to the point where I'm playing, so I'm not spoiling. You know, listen to some Christmas music, go to sleep. That's my day. There's no...
So he doesn't have free time to read because I'm cutting to his free time of watching things on television. Okay. And he couldn't possibly replace the television with reading? No?
No. Oh, I have hours to sit around read books. I just don't have time. My life is absolutely full all the time with activity. Would I ever do a camera playthrough as a throwback to my old style? I don't even have a camera that could do that. I don't have a camera that could film like that. This webcam is not high quality enough to really do it. And the old cameras that I used to have, they don't work anymore. So the answer is no. I'm not buying a whole new setup, a digital camera and all of that in order to do that. What I would say is, if long term, if I were to get a new camera, like a high-end HD, you know, digital camcorder that was streaming to a new PC, and that was my setup, and then on a whim, I just wanted to turn that camcorder towards the TV and do like an April Fool's special where I play like that. Maybe, but then again, excuse me. I guess what I could do, I could live stream then, if I had the camera to do it, right? My old camera would not live stream to my PC. I wanted to do that. They never allowed me to do that streaming with the cameras. So, but now I can't do it now. Beely says, reading 20 minutes a day can help you mentally. Beely, I'm in the chat all day reading. You realize that, right? All day I'm on a stream reading. Like, this is my day. I don't hear you guys talking. I'm reading. You're watching me and you're hearing me talk, but literally all day, all I do is read a chat window. So I am reading all day long. There you go. You don't break a mental sweat off these knuckleheads? Oh, George. Oh, George. You trying to decipher some of the shit people are saying on my stream is, it's like you need the fucking, the Da Vinci Codex, remember? Da Vinci Code, that weird code. You need that, and you need, like, the sundial. Remember in Indiana Jones, he goes underground to the temple, he has that sundial. You have to decipher where it's pointing on the map using, you know, complex codes. And it's pretty much what I need to do every day to try to decipher this shit. So it's a good mental challenge.
Take that, loving audience. I'm just going to shit all over you and your fucking mental faculties. Fuck me, man. D-Dog says he tweeted me the books he's doing this month. Nice one. Let's just check this shit out right now. I've got a fucking notification. Oh my fucking god. Right, okay. Oh, wrong. I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry, hang on. I might click full screen, but I clicked on the old bingo later instead. So what are you reading this month? Let's fucking check this shit out. Gamer's Guide to Good Gaming. Mastering the Commodore 64. There's a fucking blast from the fucking past. Jesus, man. That's I mean, that's the Commodore 64, man. That is fucking one of my earliest gaming memories was the Commodore 64. Vic 20 Exposed. I got no idea what about that is. Beginning programming with Liberty. Is that Liberty Basic? It says. Beginning programming with C and C++, both of them for dummies. HTML5 in easy steps. Well, there you go. That sounds like a lot of complex reading. Python, the Bible as well. So you're a bit of a programmer then, I guess. You're into the old programming sort of things. Oh, hang on. This is from the very podcast we've watched. What has Holmes Mystery clipped here?
Schedule is sometimes horrendous. I find time to read. If you don't want to read, just own it up to it. So, Eternal, let me ask you a question. Are you married?
Oh my god, we have not come to this yet. We're about to come to this now, I think. We're that far behind. This was 35 minutes ago. I didn't realise it was about spoilers. I thought this was something we already covered. Okay, hang on. We can't spoil ourselves. We're about to come to it here, I think. I would laugh if it was coming up right fucking now.
Eternal says, real talk, my work schedule is sometimes horrendous. I find time to
Oh my
read.
god, it actually is. I fucking clicked on the thing from Holmes Mystery and it's actually right here in the fucking stream where I paused it. Holy jeez, okay, fucking hell, I didn't realise how fucking close that was. Jesus, man.
You don't want to read, just own it up to it. So, Eternal, let me ask you a question. Are you married? Do you operate a household? Right? Honestly. Honest question. And if the answer is yes, then good, more power to you. But for me, I have barely enough time between my work to do the things I need to do to maintain the household and spend time with my wife. Sitting here reading a book is not one of the things I want to do when I'm with my wife, just being honest. Okay? I'd like to do anything else but read a book, because that isolates us from each other. You see? Okay. Have I been to a farm? Like an actual farm? I've driven by them. There actually are farms out here in Washington. I've driven by them. I stopped at one years ago. There's a pumpkin patch. I got a pumpkin off of one. But I've never actually been like to a farm to spend time on a farm or anything like that. No. Excuse me. Jay says he would like to see Mario plus Rabbids Parks. I hope someday. Me too. You know, now it's going to be tough because now we got Mario plus Rabbids and we've got this new Midnight Suns game that also comes out today. That's the Marvel version of an XCOM game. And people say that's really good. So now you got two. Now how do you even choose which one to play? I've skipped both. Which one do you play? Right? They're the same. Ugh. I don't know. Do I know what the burgers from McDonald's are made from? Duty. They're just duty patties. I don't know where Clyde is at, you know. I'm not Clyde. Am I Clyde's keeper?
Shut your hole.
Anyway. Anything else, guys? Anything else intelligent? I guess I should actually specify. Anything else intelligent to bring up today?
Yes. How does he not fucking see how much of an arsehole he's been towards his own audience? Anything intelligent. Enough of your dumbass kiddie shit. Jesus, I mean, what the fuck? You deserve fucking misery, Phil. Every fucking thing you bitch and whine and moan about, all the fucking problems in your fucking life, all the detractors are so mean they keep fucking... You deserve every single fucking thing that's coming to you, Phil. You ungrateful little piece of shit. Merry fucking Christmas.
No, I've never played a Tasmania game. Do I like funk music? Surprisingly, I do.
This looks like a lean or two. He looks like he's fucking leaning people. I'm counting lean. I'm counting this as a leaning ban. And that's a double bingo. Because it looks to me like he's fucking leaning people right now in his fucking chat after that fucking outburst there. He's saying anything that anyone intelligent to say if he fucking wants, and he fucking leans people straight away after it, so I'm counting that. That's a double bingo.
Like funk music. Some of you may not believe that, but I actually do.
Believe what?
No, I've never played a Tasmania game. Do I like funk music? Surprisingly, I do like funk music. Some of you may not believe that, but I actually do. Remember I used to listen to the funk station in the Grand Theft Auto games? And I knew about George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelic, and people were like, huh? How does Phil know that? He's white. Now, I took a lot of offense. Let me tell you something, all right? You may think that just because I'm white, that...
Okay, this... Wow, we're really going fucking here. Phil's about to white-splain something to his audience. Alright, let's rewind this and brace ourselves.
Believe that, but I actually do. Remember I used to listen to the funk station in the Grand Theft Auto games? And I knew about George Clinton and the Parliament Funkadelic, and people were like, huh? How does Phil know that? He's white. Now, I took a lot of offense. Let me tell you something, all right? You may think that just because I'm white, that, you know, things can't be said harmfully to me about, you know, my ethnicity. But I'm offended. Because just because I'm white doesn't mean that I can't enjoy music. And funk music is actually some really good music, in my opinion. It takes a lot of effort and a lot of talent to create it. It's real instruments. It's actual really good vocals. You have to rhyme as well. Like, funk is seriously high-level music. And I think people kind of give it a bad rap over the years. A lot of people think funk is a joke. I don't think so. I actually take it seriously. I think it's actually a really good musical type, genre, I guess you could call it. And what's happened is, over the last 20 years, as music has become more commercialized and more made in a studio and on a computer, funk has vanished. Because they don't sit there in a studio to make funk. They sit there on a stage. They're practicing their instruments because they have talent and they work hard. They don't just sit there with their programs pumping out their bullshit. Okay? So when I hear George Clinton perform, I fucking freak out and I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. It sounds great, you know? And you look back to bands that were like almost the precursors of Earth, Wind, and Fire and stuff like that. You want to see a fucking group, a musical group, perform and just show like love and exuberance and brighten your day? Watch Earth, Wind, and Fire perform.
I did not expect this fucking rant from Phil, but I'm going to guess he's going to try and use as a fucking reason why I spent thousands of dollars on microtransactions on iTunes every fucking month. You seen me fucking on... You seen back weeks that told you I fucking spent thousands of dollars on microtransactions on iTunes? Well, that's because I'm a funk man, brother.
These guys and these gals, this group, oh my God. They just fucking explode off the stage. And yeah, it looks kind of silly because it's like 1960s and 70s shit with the weird effects and everything. But my God, the music that used to come out was so different from the shit that gets shoveled today, you know? And I respect that music. Sure, it might not have been in my wheelhouse of stuff that someone of my ethnicity would always be exposed to. But over the years, I've gained great respect for those genres of music. And funk, I think, is one of the most overlooked genres of music in the modern era that people don't talk about it anymore. Like it doesn't exist, when in reality, it's really, really good music. And I'm sad that most people don't talk about or respect it anymore. How many people, when they're playing GTA, play the funk station, right? Oh, it's that, and click, click, click. Where's the shit music, right? So there you go. Now,
Phil, music taste is subjective. People are going to fucking like what they fucking like. You can't force that shit on other people. Just like you can't fucking force the internet to fucking like you as much as you fucking want to. Nah, the internet thinks you're a fucking piece of shit. That's their own fucking subjective opinion, and that's what is going to fucking stay anyway as well. You can't force people to fucking like something just cause you do.
Everyone make fun of me because I'm white and I like funk music. Go ahead. Holixification, people came up with that themselves. That was something that was from previous Pokemon playthroughs, but we don't need to talk about it at length today because it's fine. It's working. Okay? That was something that...
Money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, Yeah, yeah. Money, money.
Thank you very much to Logan K for super chat. It says, Old Man Burnell says, get off my lawn! Pretty much, yeah. Right now, Phil's rambling about nonsense, and I'm just like...
Say it with me, everybody! Nobody cares!
That's just the kind of impression I fucking get from that. Also, yeah, my pause game is fucking on point again. One eye's bugging out and everyone's fucking trying to catch up to it. There you go, for all your thumbnail likers, not sure, all you guys that appreciate a good still face. Save that frame. Alright, okay, I'll say it. Hang on. I've opened up my snipping tool. It's a wee bit blurry. Having said that, it's a wee bit blurry, in my opinion. So, yeah, I've got it saved. Let me see. 2 seconds, guys. Let me see if I can go back or forward a frame and get a clearer picture. So, 2 seconds. Go forward. No, that way, that. That's a bit clearer. See, to me, that's a wee bit clearer, you think? Look at this. Honestly, one eye, the other eye still trying to catch up. I thought it'd be quicker than that. Jesus, man. Okay, there. I think that's the winner. That's the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a winner. Let me just resave this. My fucking god. People would think I fucking photoshopped this or some pish, man. Nah. I just paused the fucking thing at the right fucking time. I actually need to take a new picture because I didn't save it right. Hang on. That should fucking do, right? I've got a fucking thumbnail, future thumbnail saved anyway, fuck it. Well, not saved, but... that fucking... Jesus Christ, fan. How? How? Can anyone explain this? What is this? Why is this eye trying to escape? Why can't this one keep up? I don't understand what the fuck I'm seeing. How? How? You smell what the pig is cooking?
I think Sword and Shield someone came up with, so. There's electric funk now? I don't know if I've heard electric funk. I don't know what the hell a Metro Boomin hero and villain is. Oh, I'm a huge fan of spiders. I love them. What?
I'm going to assume his chat is just rattling up a whole bunch of fucking famous funk bands, and Phil's not going to know any of them. After that fucking speech about how Phil fucking loves funk and appreciates funk, this fucking chat are probably rattling off a whole bunch of fucking, well-known names in the funk fucking, music scene, and Phil's like, I don't know any of these fucking guys.
Oh, really? Ali Boss says there's a good funk station in Saints Row 2. See, I only played Saints Row 2 once, and it was one of my earlier games on YouTube, and I didn't do a full playthrough of it, so I don't remember. Did I have a record player? Yes, I did. When I was a kid, I had a mini record player, and my parents had a full-size record player. Yep. No, I've never been in a rap battle. I don't know. Do I like synth? I don't even know if I know what synth is.
Fuck me, man. I'd love to fucking rap battle Phil, man. That'll be fucking just gold for me. Fucking him trying his best to fucking come up with a rhyme in the fucking spot. I was like, well, you're a dirty detractor, and you don't know anything about me, and all I fucking do is sit on my stream and and okay, fucking well done, Phil. Very, 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 very fucking good. Good fucking try, Phil. You turned up at least. Fucking epic rap battles of history. Fucking DSP versus RTU as a player named K. Okay, player named. Is it Cake or Kake or what? How do you say that fucking sick name? Kekake. Every time I see a name, I butcher the crap out of it. I need to know how you say a fucking name so I don't butcher in fucking future. Player named Kake, Cake, whatever the fuck. Lord Stark says epic scat battles of misery. That's a great fucking title for it, to be honest. But I need to learn this fucking name. Player named before, because every time I try and say a name, I just know I'm butchering the bastard thing. And I always have like various different attempts at it. Okay. I might just shorten to player name just because I'm a lady bastard. I don't know, unless I fucking learn it.
Can I appreciate 80s trash metal? I don't even know what that means. Give me some examples. What's my favorite Kanye album and song?
Flashing Lights is fucking amazing. I know Kanye's a crazy bastard, But Flashing Lights is fucking phenomenal. I'm just putting that out there. I don't. You can separate the fucking weird ass fucking politics and the fucking mental problems the guy has from the fucking music, just like you can. It's like, okay, I know there are some musicians, actors, not sure. In my opinion, right, I think it's perfectly fine to separate the talent and the things produced by the talent from the individual and the personality. Some people are all about fucking cancel culture, and it's like, okay, we can't like this guy because they're an arsehole. But it's like, you're like, hang on, I fucking really enjoy that fucking song. That song makes me feel fucking good. When I hear that song, or I watch that movie this person was in or whatever, I really enjoy that movie or whatever. It's that kind of thing. I think you can personally separate that, but I know it's not a popular thing to do that these days, kind of. I know some people are like, nah, you can't enjoy that anymore because this person's a prick, so no. It's like, but no, I still find great enjoyment in this fucking thing that person was a part of. I'm not supporting them. This is just the thing I enjoy because I find it personally enjoyable.
Well, it's like the equivalent of, do you like someone pouring scalding hot oil into your right eardrum and completely just decimating and burning everything inside of it? Or would you like someone taking a nice liquid steamy hot dump in your left eardrum, completely just defecating and smelling it up forever? Like, what's the better option? Right? No, I never listened to Screamo. I've heard the term Screamo, but I never heard it. Depeche Mode? Didn't we have a video game with Depeche Mode in it? One of those Sega CD music games, I think, had Depeche Mode in it, if I remember correctly. Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, Exodus. Actually, you know what's funny? I used to like Metallica, and then they became these sellouts in the 2000s. They were dicks. I didn't really like them anymore. And now I actually have a hard time listening to Metallica, knowing that really they were just all about money all those years. So, yeah. Everyone else, I like
See,
Megadeth.
this is the thing. Phil's a perfect fucking example of the type of person you should not fucking be. He could appreciate the music, but he appreciated it for the wrong fucking reason. He appreciated the music for the wrong fucking reason. He didn't follow the music because he thought the fucking music was amazing. He followed the music because he thought, oh, these guys are fucking anti-establishment. Big fucking deal. I don't give a shit if it's some sort of fucking... Look, I don't care if you're fucking indie as fuck, or if you're some sort of fucking mega fucking bucks behind you fucking producing shit. If you produce something which is very enjoyable, that should be the main fucking criteria. It shouldn't fucking matter how many fucking millions is behind you or not. But Phil, though, is like, nah, this is like the anti-establishment fucking band to follow and that shit. This is the kind of... The fucking rebels follow this fucking band, dude. No, fuck off. That's not a fucking reason they fucking follow that shit. Jesus fucking Christ, you're basically fucking sheep. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know, Jesus, man, I know. Phil's such a fucking dick, man, honestly, man. We are 3 away from a full house, by the way. We need Phil to do prayer hands, we need him to do hand graphs, we need him to do variety. He has not snorted a whole lot since the start of stream, but there might be hope. He might blow bubbles before gameplay, because we have over 100 likes. I'll have to wait and see.
Though. I had an album of Megadeth that I used to listen to in the 2000s. I used to drive to gaming tournaments listening to Megadeth. Yeah, Jade, I don't know yet. He says, when I'm done with God of War, which am I going to play? Mario plus Rabbids or Midnight Suns? I don't know. I guess we got to talk about it when we get to that point. I really don't know which one I should play first out of those two. Or if either. San Andreas had a Depeche Mode song? Oh. Whatever, we played Dead Rising. I mean, we already played it. We played the remake. We did 2 runs. We did the first run, then we did the second run, where it's better. Like a New Game Plus run is always better than the first one. I don't know if I would play it again. I'm loving Pokemon so far. I think it's really good. I think Pokemon Scarlet, despite all its graphical shortcomings, is an outstanding game. Goodfellas or Casino? Goodfellas. Casino's still great, but Goodfellas. What's up, X-Shooter? Flop! Re-up the membership for 4 months. If so, Phil, thanks for the streams. You're welcome. Flop, thank you for the support. Have I ever relaxed in a spa? No, the closest I ever came, I went to MagFest in 2007, whatever year Modern Warfare 1 released. I went to MagFest. Before MagFest was big. This is when it was a small grassroots event. So, you know, when it was actually good. And I went to MagFest, and in the hotel, you get the hotel rooms for real cheap. I upgraded to the high-end room in the hotel, like the luxury suite, and it was still cheap. It was still like $100 a night. It had a giant tub that had jets and like the luxurious, like the spa tub. So I sat there that night having drinks, like cocktails, sitting there, having like luxury bath. I was watching Star Trek: The Next Generation on my laptop, which was over on the edge over here, way far away, so I didn't electrocute myself. Yes.
What a miserable fucking memory. You want to know why it's a fucking miserable fucking memory? Nobody to share that shit with. Now let me guys share with you a little memory, which is a very nice memory of mine. One of the holidays I went on, my lovely fiance, we went and had a room. The room, and in the room, it had its own whirlpool. It had a whirlpool in the room, so you could chill in a little whirlpool, you know, in the room and enjoy TV, whatever, and some drinks, and just it's nice. It was nice and intimate, you know what I mean? It's like roasting hot. It's the Connecticut Islands, you know. It's nice to have a whirlpool, you know, available right there. You know what I mean? Just enjoy it. We can jacuzzi function, or whatever. You know, that kind of shit is very nice and enjoyable. But Phil is all by him fucking self here. Lonely, luxury suite all to him fucking self. No one to share that shit with. And he's like, yeah, this is amazing. This is a really happy memory for me. This is me remembering a time where I fucking had so much fucking money I didn't know what to fucking do with it, and so I fucking treated myself. I didn't have anyone special in my life to fucking treat, so I just do it myself instead and try not to pay attention to the fact that I'm such a fucking lonely boy. I don't know, man. I think this fucking memory of Phil's is pathetic.
Tell, like the luxury
I rewound it just so you can hear it again, and so I won't stop it.
suite, and it was still cheap. It was still like $150 a night. It had a giant tub that had jets and like the luxurious, like the spa tub. So I sat there that night having drinks, like cocktails, sitting there having like luxury bath. I was watching Star Trek: The Next Generation on my laptop, which was over on the edge over here, way far away, so I didn't electrocute myself. Yes, this is me. And like, this is like 2007 Phil sitting in a hotel room, jacuzzi, drinking and watching Star Trek. I was like, oh, this is the life. Like, oh, this is so relaxing. But that was the closest I ever got to being in a spa. Okay. Do I like Frank Sinatra? His singing? Yes. Outside of that, I know nothing about him, but I've heard his singing. His singing is very nice. And I think about playing the new Need for Speed. Apparently, it's pretty good. Maybe. All right. All these games that I skipped.
Barrett Wells is asking, what would I be doing right now if Phil's laptop had fallen into that hot tub back then? I would probably be... I'd probably just be playing games. I don't know. See whatever.
Let's name them out. Bayonetta 3. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Midnight Suns. The new Need for Speed, whatever the hell it's called. All right? That's just a few. Go back to the last month. There's probably another 2 or 3 I missed. All those games are possible playthroughs for when I'm done with God of War, Callisto Protocol, Pokemon Scarlet, Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion, and High on Life, and of course the Street Fighter 6 beta. So once all that stuff's done with, then we can say, okay, there's time before the next slew of new releases come January. What do we want to play? And then we figure it out, and we'll do polls. Maybe I'll just take public opinion, and that's what we figure out what I'm doing next. Okay. All right. Am I a fan of the Transformers movie? The animated one, yes. The 3D one, the original one, is just okay. Every movie after that was worse. So, can we start if you guys want? You want to start? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for a great Level 1 podcast. I appreciate you chilling with me. Thanks for the early support before the game even started. I appreciate that. Right, let's now end the show. And let's get into Callisto Protocol. But guys, before we adjourn, I do have something very special to say. And I'll leave you with this. Thanks.
Miserable looking fuck.
Bruh.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Okay, let's get set up. I am going to use the restroom quickly before we start. I also like to blow my nose, because my nose, I feel like I'm going to sneeze any second. I don't know what happened. Something irritated my nose. I don't want to sneeze, because if I sneeze, then we're going to have Niagara Falls all day. Down the back of my throat, which would be really bad. So. Controller turned off. So really quick, I'm just going to mute the mic. I'm not going to monetize you guys. I'm just going to run to the bathroom, blow my nose, use the restroom quick.
It blows my mind to fucking highlights that fucking part. I'm not going to monetize you guys for fucking once.
Right back, and we're going to start. okay? Thank you guys, I'll be right back.
So yeah, she feels fucking off now just to go for a little piss break. We're still 3 away, as you can see. And he's just messing about still with his fucking, I guess he pressed something in control by mistake, so he's like, oh no, can't do that. So we are fucking like 55 minutes behind, almost 52 minutes behind. He is back there. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. He's back before that. Okay, let's see what he fucking does. Here. What's he planning to do? Just turn off the lights and see how natural it is, or...?
Hold on a second here, guys. Look at this. I've just received an $80,000 tip from an anonymous tipper. And it says, please buy 1,000 Praise the Sun Christmas sweaters. I'm just kidding. Right. Anyway. Let's continue.
That was random as fuck. What in the fuck? Why? That came out of fucking nowhere. Random $80,000 fucking dollar tip. Still quite short of the fucking estimate I had before. Hang on. Do I still have it saved? Hold on. Because I made a thing the other day. Do I still have it saved? No, I don't. The last thing I had was this.
Bob Humbug, I hate Christmas ads and Christmas movies and all Christmas stuff except Jingle All the Way. Put that cookie down. Now, great stuff.
That's the last thing I had saved in it, so yeah. I had things I typed before, whatever, where it's like Phil was fucking saying, oh, this is a $250,000 fundraiser. Yeah, it's Brad Bunny. That was Brad Bunny's fucking suggestion for the fucking Descript thing.
As you said, let's get started, shall we? I'm debating leaving my window open.
Look at that internal struggle. The mental fucking process. Do I close it? Do I open it? What do I do?
Because if I close the shade, it'll be a little bit darker in here at least. It's supposed to be a scary game. It'll feel a little bit more isolated if I have the shade closed. Let me take a look here.
Nice fucking stalling, dumbass. Just a wee reminder, the card. We're 3 away. Variety, hand graphs and prayer hands. It's a fucking rave.
Well, now it's a little spooky. I don't know if you guys like this more. I could play like this, and it would be very dark in here and creepy. But that's up to you if you guys want that. I don't know how well you can see me. It's pretty dark in here, right?
I think it's acceptable, personally.
It kind of works with the Christmas lights. If we didn't have the Christmas lights, it wouldn't work, but it actually works with the Christmas lights, I think.
I think this is acceptable.
What do you think? You like this?
Hold on. 12 snorts.
As long as if you're down with it, I'll do it. I'm cool with it. Okay, cool. We'll do it this way, and we'll see how it works. It's actually quite dark in the room, so it actually makes it way more creepy for me, for sure.
There's another snort right there.
Okay. People like it. They say with the lights, it looks nice. Because now you can actually see the lights on my camera. But previous camera, you couldn't. Now you can. There we go. So where's the volume? There we go. Okay, guys, ready? I'll start recording, do a little intro, and then we're going to get started, okay?
Ah, shit, I forgot it's a brand new fucking game, so he's not going to load into the fucking game first. He's going to start recording any fucking second now, because he always starts his brand new fucking games on the screen. I completely forgot about that, so the game's almost over. We're fucked, essentially.
Okay. Alright, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, he had one more snorting right to the fucking end there, so it's 14 snorts, but sadly that's the end of Bingo because Phil is now recording for YouTube mode. We're 3 away from a full house. Phil did get 100 likes on his stream, but I think it happened like 10 minutes into his fucking gameplay. I did notice he has 123 likes right now. But yeah, Rock Guitars is saying how long my streaming is. I'm almost done, pal. I only covered the podcast. The name of the game is Level 1 Podcast Bingo. As soon as Phil begins gameplay, I fuck the fuck off out here usually. So yeah, I'm pretty much almost done. You know, the bingo wasn't won, the game's pretty much over. Phil's now recording for YouTube for gameplay. What I tend to do now is just basically just kind of wrap things up, and we always end the same way. We always end playing this little video, which is very enjoyable. But if you hang in for like 5 more minutes, we'll probably end in 5 minutes time, and yeah, that'll be it. But I got a few things I want to say first very quickly. But first of all, let's just see how Phil's doing.
Phil, sci-fi horror these days. Oh,
Go live, you bastard. Fucking refresh your fucking thing. Go. How's it doing?
and he stopped.
30 buckaroos for Phil so far. $30. And yeah, the top tip still is the Dutch Brothers for $20 at the start of the fucking stream. So yeah, but fucking enough of that. So Phil, you know, didn't manage to fucking, you know, win his bingo. I wanted to win bingo tonight because, guys, tonight was fucking very supportive. I am extremely appreciative of you guys and the support. You know, some of you guys went really fucking, like, you know, really generous with your contributions. You don't need to do that, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate it and I'm very thankful. But I just want to make sure as well, people are fucking making sure they're not fucking spending too much on my dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need it. I mean, I'm happy to get it and it all helps me at the same time. But I'm never going to fucking, like, say, guys, please. So I just want to make sure people aren't leaving themselves short, especially with the very generous contributions that came in there. You know what I mean? I really do appreciate it all the same. I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but I just want to make sure people aren't fucking, you know, leaving themselves short in some capacity. Because it's, I mean, I've never had a fucking $100 tip before, and I was, you know, for example, from the former Lord D-Dog, you know, which was incredible. You know what I mean? So that I really do appreciate it, but at the same time, I just want to make sure don't just look after number one and also your loved ones first before you give too much money to a fucking streamer, because it feels like too much to me. I'm just saying, it feels like I'm getting too much money for dating. You're just laughing at Phil and Day and Bingo. You know what I'm saying? So just make sure you're okay. Is all I'm trying to say, guys. But I certainly do appreciate it all the same. Don't misunderstand me trying to. I'm not trying to be ungrateful or anything. I just want to make sure people are not leaving themselves short with these kind of things. So, but at the same time, I really am thankful for it. You know what I mean? And it certainly will help me pay off. You know, I've got. Obviously, we've all got bills and fucking things to pay off. Not sure what I mean. So, and you know, I'm not unusual in that situation. So yeah, it certainly will help me in that regards. But guys, I am going to call it quits here. Thank you very much for joining me for some DSP Bingo. Sadly, it wasn't a full house today, but maybe we can get a full house tomorrow for some Saturday DSP Bingo action. Feel free to join me then if you wish. And yeah, guys, I will catch you all tomorrow. Some more DSP Bingo. Enjoy the start of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and I hope you guys have a good one. And I'll catch you all tomorrow if you wish to join me. So yeah, until then, peace out. Have a good one.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money, when you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. Money, yeah. Money, oh, money, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that, in an instant, fucking gone.